Joe, what's good? Check in with me. You rocking over here with your boy Hood. I appreciate y'all, man. See the brand, Hood Films, we going crazy. The boy Joe, Fat Joe, his lawyer apparently is arrested and locked up tonight. And that's crazy for Joe because he's dealing with enough bullshit. Now he got a motherfucking dickhead that came and grabbed him and popped his lawyer off. How you gonna beat this case now? He got to get a whole new damn lawyer because the lawyer looked bogus. It's like, what happened? But basically, the lawyer was getting served, and what they call serving is basically it's a motherfucker who worked for the lawyer. He worked for the judge, the courts, and he comes and gives you a form letting you know that you have to be in court, describing to you what the scenario is about in the particular scenario. So that's what he does. So you have to go to court. You can't miss court. You have. So it's like he comes and bring you the forms. This random guy. This guy is like a lawyer helper, whatever. But this particular person was 66 fucking years old, and this nigga went and hit him with his car. So now, what does that mean? His ass better be dealing with the police and dealing with Caucasians, and he might end up going his ass to jail. He is in jail now, but they gave him like a misdemeanor for it. Oh, oh. What the hell did I say? They gave him a misdemeanor for it, but he's sitting in the Bing right now, and I know you want to be out. You know that. Okay, that's what it was saying. So anyway, yeah. So the guy was gone and shit. He's sitting back, and it's like, damn. And Joe got a bad case because he got some people who he used to work with that's claiming that he was messing with little girls. That's claiming that Joe made him get in a acts with the kid and with other people. So the dude is like really egregiously going over the top on Fat Joe. Now is he lying? Is he telling the truth? Who the hell would know? But it's going down on Joe, and he looking bad. You know what I'm saying? Joe looking bad, and it's like, damn, man, how you put yourself in a scenario like this? But it seemed like that when the guys be getting to that level, that state, or that positioning, they don't be knowing too much. They don't be the brightest. And I think that's really what it is. They're not the brightest guys. You know what I'm saying? They make money, and they can rap, and they could be in front of the camera. They know how to wear the outfits, but they are not the brightest. And I think that that's one thing that we don't take into account when we thinking about celebrities. We just think about them as people who entertain us. They making money, they successful. We want to be them. You know what I'm saying? We want to fulfill the shit that they got going on in their life, so we could have it in our life and probably have the same feeling of success. But his lawyer shit, he is successful. He made it already. So I don't understand why he made that decision to reverse his car and hit the guy. The guy is 66 years old. He's not coming for a fight. Now, you know how some people would be. They want to block your car. They want to block you from moving, stop you, impede you. You know what I'm saying? And there's ways around that, and sometimes there's not ways around that. And I would have thought that it probably would have been better for the guy to get out and slap the shit out of the motherfucker and say, get your bitch ass away from my motherfucking car. Fuck you and that form. But he ended up hitting the man with his car. And that leads the guy to be able to sue him. He could have probably sued him too if he had hit him. But now the guy gonna want to sue, and he gonna want to be like, where's my money? You offended me. You hit me. You know what I'm saying? Fuck is you talking about? So that's dumb. And he gonna get his lawyers, and they're probably the lawyer that sent him over there to do the shit. So that guy's not really making a smart move. You know what I'm saying? So that's the shit that I started seeing with Fat Joe. But Fat Joe really got to get his shit together because when you rock here rocking and you doing shit in the world, it's gonna be goofies in the world out here. And it's a lot of them too. There's so many of these motherfuckers. They literally lames, and there's so much shit that they could be doing with their life, but they just don't. So they'll go get a bitch ass job like that, or they'll be in your comments saying pussy shit, like Tom goofy ass, and it'll make you be like, what the fuck be wrong with these lame ass niggas, man? Like you literally look in the mirror and look at yourself after being a fucking goofy all day. It's sad. It's really sad. But that's the Fat Joe claim. So he get to do what the fuck he want to do, and dude is bringing him out and calling him out on it. And then apparently, Fat Joe sent a lawsuit out trying to stop the guy from being able to say all the shit he's saying against Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? He start and defamation. And oh boy, like, I don't give a fuck. You treated me wrong. I was here. I got proof of what the fuck your bitch ass did. I'm saying what the fuck I want to say. And so Fat Joe ass got to bite that bullet. He got to eat that chicken wing. Well, boy out there saying what the fuck he want to say. And it don't matter how the fuck Fat Joe feel about it. Nigga, you should have never put that shit out there. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, I got a bunch of goofies over here following me this late at night. Everybody, little penis on hard. So they looking for love and shit. But all y'all got to do is jump your pussy ass on Instagram or one of them places. Everybody out there trying to do what y'all trying to do. That's funny. So anyway, but I like the nighttime. You know, I'm a night owl ass nigga. That's what I used to do in the fucking streets. Run the dog shit out the fucking night streets. And I know these pussy ass niggas never did nothing like that. They on the internet, big ass fingers, big ass thumbs. These motherfuckers swole to capacity because that's all their life is. But anyway, so Fat Joe, he had made a mistake when he was on $1 million worth of game, Matt Hoffa show, and he got on there talking about FBA disrespecting black people. So it was really like hard for niggas to fuck with him because it was like, hey, what you doing? He was like, oh, I'm a nigga too, you know. But he sounded real venomous when he talking about niggas in a negative way. So people tried to convey that to him, but it's hard for a lot of people to understand that if you're not actually a black person. So he couldn't capture it because he probably been saying the word nigga since he was a little kid. So it's hard for him to capture that. Saying certain things gonna fuck people's minds up about that, and they not gonna have no heart for you later on when some shit go down the pipeline, and now you need motherfucker to have sympathy or understanding. They gonna look at you and be like, "Hey, dude, that goofy shit you was on back then, talking shit about us as black people in the FBA. Now you want motherfuckers to see you as some kind of human or some kind of person. We ain't going. We looking at you like a piece of shit. Fuck you. You don't have no understanding for our humanity. You don't understand what the fuck we going through. You bitch ass motherfuckers just want to fit in. That's your whole goddamn hustle. Where you just want to fit in. You want to twerk. You want to do play basketball. You want to wear nigga clothes. Anything to make you goofy motherfuckers look like you a nigga for 31 seconds. And then you could take that shit off and go fit in a white ass job and get you a 401k and a fucking retirement check. And look at all the niggas and shit like, and look at all the niggas like they ain't shit or we fucked up or because your parents came from another fucking country 50 years ago. It's supposed to mean something and shit. We've been in this bitch 400 motherfucking years fighting against white supremacy bullshit. It ain't every nigga. Every nigga ain't got that mindset, but a majority motherfuckers do. That we don't like that rule. So bitch ass niggas like Fat Joe disrespecting us, and now going through the scenario he going through is rightfully so. And his lawyer is actually black. He has a black lawyer. That's why he going through that goofy ass shit. He hit a motherfucker with his car. I want to suppose that it was either a white man he hit with his car or a Hispanic man that he hit with his car. Because if he would have hit a black man with his car, they would have never fucking prosecuted him. They would have been like, you shouldn't be having your ass up here, handing nobody no damn form that close to their motherfucking car. So he had to be Mexican or white. And that's the reason why Fat Joe is actually his lawyer is going down. But he ain't going down too much. He just really just got a fucking misdemeanor. You know, so it's not that big a deal, but it is like this really kind of negative thing to be coming down the pipeline with Fat Joe dealing with this case. But you know, I don't know if Joey Crack did none of that shit because you know it's the same P Diddy scenario. You just don't know. I don't know the motherfucking people, what they do at night, what they do in the morning. Like you just wouldn't know. It's up to them. If they get caught at it, then that's kind of how you would know. But otherwise, who's to know? But obviously, fucking with kids, that's just not acceptable by nobody. I mean, it's wrong because that person or that youngster is gonna grow up and be mad as hell at your motherfucking ass in the future and be trying to kill you or your kids because of what the fuck you did to them. They might not know that when they're young, but when they get older, that brain start kicking in and they be like, oh, okay, I know just who to fucking kill first. And they be right on your heels, and you done probably saved your life, found God. You ain't even like that no more. You know what I'm saying? But it don't matter because you should have been like that in the beginning. So the real hustle is to try to not be disrespectful or hurtful to other people because that shit's gonna come back. That's what a lot of motherfuckers don't capture in their brain. It comes right back to you. It literally do. It's like a fucking what's this type of shit? What they call them damn things? Pendulum. It's like a fucking pendulum where it swing this way and then it swing back, but it never stops in the middle. It's evenly on that side and it's evenly on that side. Only time it stops is when it's over. So it's a long time before it's over. This motherfucking shit swinging in both directions and it'll fuck around and stop chopping your damn head off. So he just didn't have his brains right, man. And I think that would be a little bit stronger for him if he had a lot more smarts to get his mind right. You know, the lawyer, he gonna be okay. Lawyers be having a little bullshit happen to them. I mean, it's a fact. I mean, it's less likely that shit happen to them every day. But lawyers go through shit. Lawyers get locked up in court. Lawyers be fucking having to go and deal with all kind of stupid shit, riding down on people's cribs that they probably don't like, and it's fucked up neighborhoods, fucked up scenarios. Motherfuckers don't pay them on time. There's all kind of shit that lawyers go through. So just get locked up for hitting the motherfucker with your car. His biggest scenario is gonna be the guy trying to sue him because he gonna be able to get up there and say, "Oh, you fucked over my body. I can't walk. I can't stand." And that'll be a problem. So that means he gonna have to smoke Fat Joe on the goddamn court paperwork. Like, look, motherfucker, you owe me this money because I had to get sued fucking with your ass. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if Fat Joe gonna beat this case. He hasn't went to court yet, and I don't even think it's criminal. I think it's all civil. So he technically could just file. I mean, he could just settle out of court. But who want to come out for that kind of money? All off of a split second because somebody claimed something about you. Like, what the fuck you talking about? 10, $25 million. That's a lot of goddamn money. And what if they paying you in increments? You don't see 10, $15 million at once. That shit come over 4, 5 years. So you give all that shit up once, and now you got to wait 4, 5 years to reaccumulate it. So it's not like a big ass party going on if somebody's suing you. It's not like a big ass nightclub event and you loving what's going on. It's like, this is bad. They suing you, and you got to face the music and face they stupid ass. You know what I'm saying? So we've been saying that with P. Diddy. He been having to come to court, sit that motherfucker, and them disrespectful ass women and shit get to say anything they want. And even if they let him out, everybody's locked in the mind of what they claimed he did. We all heard it. So is it true? Like, I don't know. People already had that kind of conversation about the guy, but we don't know if that shit's true. It's the same thing with Fat Joe. We believe no white motherfuckers when they said you was rich. So why are we not believing when they say you're a pedophile, a PDF, or you somebody that do stuff like that to people? We believed them. They said you was rich. They said you had made an amount of money and you was able to host their shows and host their places and go to these things. And this what the fuck it was. So now when they say you one of them PDF files, why the fuck would we not believe that? Yep, I agree with you, Z-Ball. Z, because at the end of the day, that's true. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing for Fat Joe. Nobody know exactly what he did or was there. This guy's just making a claim, just like Cassie. Excuse me. But to go to court on this shit, and imagine this shit is looming in your life for months or even years, that you probably had to go to court for this shit, whether it's criminal or civil. And it's the shit you got to keep remembering and thinking about. Like, oh, yeah, that's right. You might be having a good ass afternoon, a big ass concert happened, and it was fun, and you got paid, and everybody liked you. And then you thinking, oh shit, that's right, I still got to go to court. These motherfuckers trying to claim me. I did this dumbass shit. I got to fight this. So being a millionaire and being at that level is not always a good thing because now you stressed. You got to pay this motherfucker money. Ain't nobody coming to help your ass. And if you do get the money and pay it, then you fucked up in the game. So it's just one of those scenarios that make you kind of wonder and shit. Like, is these niggas really claiming what they did? You know what I'm saying? But I believe a lot of times that when the squeaky wheel, that shit probably did happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that what saying what the motherfucker did is actually true or real because we wouldn't really know that. But sometimes they say that the squeaky wheel get the oil. So if the guy is squeaking and squeaking and making all this noise, and then we don't pay attention or we don't listen to it, then it could be somebody who getting hurt down the line. It's already like projectively saying that the person who Fat Joe was doing such a thing to also has come out and claimed it in some kind of voicemail or whatever messenger that came out. Don't know if that's true. Don't even know if what the person is saying is true. But this is how they build these cases against you. You got this one guy making claims to 4,000 sex acts. How the fuck you gonna get away from? How would somebody even force you to do anything 4,000 times? You wouldn't even do this jumping shot 4,000 times or swing your arms like this 4,000 times. There's no fucking way. You know what I'm saying? But you talking about somebody could come and make you do some kind of act with some people 4,000 times. You experienced it, but you never called the police. You never left. You never got a camera. You never brought somebody else as a witness. You just went every damn day. This is normal behavior. So that's why I say if that is true, these motherfuckers are mental cases, man. They are loony birds. They're fucking dumb. And you can't look at a person and say, oh, they tall, oh, they wore an outfit, oh wow, he know how to have a conversation and think that they smart. You can't, because motherfuckers is not right in their brain. Every bitch that connected with P Diddy is slow as hell. Every motherfucker who was running with Fat Joe is slow as fuck, because they believe that by being around these motherfuckers because of their stature or because of their money, that gets them closer to something. I don't know if it's closer to white people, if it's closer to heaven, closer to richness. I don't know what the fuck it is, because none of that stuff means shit. When your heart go out, when you die, you can't take none of this shit with you. I don't give a fuck if it's your favorite watch, your fucking nice thing in your tooth, the motherfucking TV. You can't take shit with you. You're gonna fucking leave this bitch the same way you came, with nothing. So anything you accumulate, let me be clear on this point. Anything you accumulate is really for other people, because you can only have it and love it and enjoy it for a time frame. Now, you might get tired of this shit before you die. You might be like, I'm tired of this damn thing. I'm tired of looking at it. I don't like the color no more. Whatever the thing is. So somebody else is really going to benefit from it. Your house, your car, your home, your girl, whatever. Your shoes, your socks. When you gone, your spirit leaves that body, somebody else got it. So if you putting all of this onus into some shit because he got a yacht, or because he got a boat, because he got a mansion, or because he whatever the fuck, you're dumb. Because none of that shit means nothing. If a motherfucker rolled up to you in a 2006 yacht, you probably wouldn't even want to get in that motherfucker, because it'll look different. It'll be like, damn, that's what you in? Motherfucker, we in a yacht. Let's get on the water and ride out. But damn, they got the big ass. Oh, I thought you had one like that. What the fuck is the matter? We on the water. Let's go do it. But it's gonna be like, that bitch look different than what the fuck everybody else got. And that's the same scenario. You only want what other fucking people got, because you ain't looking at what the fuck you got. So these people put less value on themselves, who they are, where they went to school, what they likes are, what they fucking family told them who they are, whatever the fuck they even told themselves in the mirror. Hey, I want to be an astronaut. Whoever the fuck they told themselves they are. They cut that away. And they said, you know what? If I could stand next to this guy right here, this celebrity rich nigga, if I could just stand next to him, or maybe people see me next to him, oh, you know what? I give him some booty. I don't care. I do this. I do that. Whatever the fuck it took, you was down for that shit. You ain't never looked at that shit as a bad thing. Like, hey man, I would never, man, boy, if you ever ask me some stupid ass shit like that, because that's called self-respect. See, if you speak up for yourself, it's called self-respect. I'm gonna tell you something that happened to me a long time ago. I'm in Hollywood, bam, doing my film shit, la la la, loving this shit. So a gay nigga is who I'm working with. He's like a Hispanic motherfucker, but you know he acts like a Caucasian, because you know how they be. So anyway, but he over the top gay, like extremely flamboyant. That's his business. I don't give a fuck what you do. I do filmmaking. I'm not caught up in your bedroom. That's your fucking life. But he is like the guy who I'm dealing with, like the person telling me what the shit to do every day, right? So it's like the second or third day at this job. I'm in Hollywood, LA, Universal. So that's what I'm working with. So like one day he came in, he's like, man, come outside with me and shit, man, holler at you real quick. He don't talk like me, but he talk like him. So we go outside. Motherfucker get in my face. He said, you gonna work every day in here. And anytime I call you, you better come. Don't ever not be here when I call you. And I'm looking at this dude like, why this motherfucker getting in my face? I'm like, man, I'm a guy from the south side of Chicago, so I got a limit on how much bullshit I'm gonna take. It's a job, it's a job. But whatever, you go to job. But you getting in my face, and it's kind of making me uncomfortable. But okay, cool. I let him do his thing. We go in the elevator, going back. Now, I was going to get my ID for the job. That's what he told me when we was leaving. He said, you going to get your ID for the job? But we get out there, we turn around. After he told me this shit getting in my face, we turn around and we go back to the job. I'm thinking like, so we ain't going to get the ID? Oh, so you just wanted to take me outside to say some foul shit to me because you couldn't say it inside the job. Is that what the fuck I just experienced? You don't know what the fuck be going on in people's head. So I said, this bitch ass nigga think he playing with me. So he said some more shit to me. I flipped on his ass at the job. Boy, I beat your motherfucking ass, you pussy ass nigga. Fuck is you in the job. I don't know outside shit, right in the fucking job. This bitch ass, goofy ass Latino pussy. This motherfucker started crying at the job. I'm not bullshitting. This nigga started crying like. First, I'm shocked because I'm out of town. I'm like, what the fuck going on? Why this motherfucker crying? Oh, you think they're going to give you sympathy and come down on me because I'm the big, bad, black dude. Boy, I don't give no fuck about that shit, nigga. You better understand real niggas. I don't give no fuck about this puss-ass job. Fuck all these hunkies. You disrespect me, bitch, I'm on your motherfucking ass. Period. Wherever the fuck we at, that's where it pop off at. That's who I am. Now, you could be the faggot motherfucker you want to be, but if you disrespect me, bitch, That's what the fuck you did. So it's on. And I did. I checked this pussy out. You cry all the fuck you want to cry, nigga. Do what the fuck you want to do. I ain't put my hands on him. I ain't slap him. I ain't grab him. But you a bitch because you think you can disrespect a man and then pull some tears out your fucking face. I don't give a fuck. Fuck this job. Fuck you. You ever disrespect me, bitch, you gonna get the double trouble. You getting double trouble. I don't give a fuck. And I went the fuck on with my life. And I'm happy as the fuck to this day. And the point I'm making is this. Anybody who disrespect that part of me ain't my motherfucking friend. If I can't speak up for my motherfucking self, if I can't have self-respect, self-dignity, if I can't believe in who the fuck I am, and I gotta be push myself down or act like some other kind of pussy nigga to be around you, it's not gonna work. Fuck your job, fuck your friendship, fuck your homieism, fuck your anything you got going on. If I can't be authentically me, fuck you and everybody who you know. Because bitch, you gonna be authentically you. And that's what you pay attention to. P. Diddy was being himself. He never wasn't himself in them fucking scenarios. All them other motherfuckers was being phony. They only became themselves when they went to that fucking courtroom. That's when they became themselves. And he's sitting in the fucking cell looking in the jail seat, the court seat, looking at their ass like, bitch, you never even talk like this. You never even kick it like that. So you can't be afraid to stand up for yourself because these motherfuckers ain't worth it. They're not fucking worth it. Look at P. Diddy right now. He can't slap none of them white people and walk out of jail. He can't throw no money on the table and walk out that jail. Boy, you sitting your bitch ass in there. Now put some cum on your nipples now, nigga. It's enough cum in this bitch to fill your fucking chest up for a year. But no, he won't out. Wait, my condo, I got some dope ass some caviar at home. It's out of the freezer. I gotta put that back in the freezer. Nope, you gonna sit your ass right in here, nigga. And if they convict that nigga next week, if they hit that motherfucker with that verdict and it say guilty, it's over. And a Fat Joe ass gonna go down next. Why? I say the same thing. When you diss the black community, shit don't always work out. We can go back in history. The first motherfucker they threw under the bus like that, I won't even go to the first. I'll go to the second first. Bill Cosby. Years ago, he did a video, and he was out there they call it the pound cake video. You can Google this shit. In such a video, he spoke succinctly and eloquently about why some people in the neighborhood, black neighborhood, are fucked up and crazy. Ultimately, he said it's the mother, it's the parents. He said, go and look at who their mothers are. Look who raising them. That's fucking accurate. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Anybody would say that. Who the fuck is raising these stupid motherfuckers, man? What the fuck are they doing? My point about it is that the African American community got mad at him. They castigated him. They ostracized him. And they said, you don't never disrespect us like that in front of these white motherfuckers, man. You got your bitch ass up in there getting a check from them. You got TV shows. And all of a sudden, you so much better than all of us. I thought you grew up in the fucking projects in Philadelphia. But now you got an honorary bachelor's, an honorary master's, your own TV show, you executive producers. Now fuck all the niggas and shit. You forgot that we was held against our will. You forgot that we was in gentrified neighborhoods. What the fuck you talking about? They turned their back on Bill Cosby. Ultimately, white folks popped out the woodwork and said, niggas don't fuck with him no more. Let's get him. And then he went down. You know the story from there, right? P. Diddy, same thing. I ain't saying he dissed black people. But what P. Diddy did is he didn't fuck with black women. He never fucked with sisters. He fucked with sisters, but he didn't do what he did with them bitches. Like, I bet you if he had a black woman, she would have kept that shit a secret and would have been like, hey, this is my relationship with a rich-ass black man and we keeping it quiet. Whatever the fuck we do, it's our business. But with the Asian bitch, which is 50 Cent baby mama, and the Hispanic bitch, which is motherfucking Cassie, they don't have no connection to our culture. So they like, fuck you, nigga. You disrespecting me. You had me busting down. You had me fucking niggas. I ain't with that shit. I don't want to be down with that. And so they got his ass up against the gun. But it's his fault. Because you weren't supposed to put yourself in a scenario with these wicked assholes ain't your people, and you fuck with them, thinking that they solid. And you see how solid them bitches is. They prison solid. You sitting your ass in a fucking bing. I bet you them hoes ain't even wrote his ass a letter. They ain't coming to court knowing damn well they ain't got no case. The same thing with Fat Joe. The nigga who coming against Fat Joe, he had all this time. He could have said some shit about Fat Joe. He could at least just filmed one of the moments and said, look, I'm doing some shit with this nigga. Look, y'all see this. Nope. We got to take your word on it with all these motherfucking cameras around today. Same thing with them bitches with Cassie and them. We gotta take your word on it with all these motherfucking film and movies and videos around this bitch. Who's a lying bitch. And that's a lying ass nigga. And ultimately, Fat Joe gonna beat this motherfucking case, and P Diddy gonna beat this motherfucking case. Ultimately, I believe they gonna beat it because these people are liars. They just motherfucking opportunistic people. They want something for nothing. They are lazy bum fucks that won't work for themselves, that think by getting around somebody and standing close by them that success is gonna rub off on you. To me, they success hounds. Is your whole fucking life hinged upon succeeding? What about just fucking living? What about just fucking experiencing things? What about just having a fucking good ass day? But as soon as some shit go wrong with your disgruntled employee ass, now you suing. Now and Diddy didn't pay suits to people who lost or left working with him prior to then. And he paid the money. So you could tell that a bunk ass worker would come around and say, oh shit, so you paying money? Oh yeah, hell yeah. That's who the fuck they is, Chief. They knowing that this nigga paid a dough because he paid dough to other workers who used to work for him. And if you work at a job for a nigga or a bitch or a company, you gonna know who the fuck sued or when they sued or if a suit happened. People gonna tell you, hey, you know a motherfucker sued last time they hired they fired old girl. Oh, straight up. You in the back of your mind like, let this bitch ass nigga play with me if it sue me. Let this bitch ass nigga play with me one motherfucking time. You might even do some old foul shit to get your ass sued, fired, because you know you gonna sue. And this nigga was paying $100K. If you left his job and you just didn't want to come back and it was over with, something happened, he hitting you with $100K on the suit. Your lawyer get his cut, you get your cut. That was a smart hustle. So these females, the reason why they in there even coming at Diddy or coming at Fat Joe, the guy coming at Fat Joe, is because they want to ultimately sue civilly. So P. Diddy's case is an actual factual federal crime, and Fat Joe case is a civil case. So they all gonna end up in a civil court. Civil court is for monetary damages. It's for fucking all the shit that happened to you in your claim. If the judge and all them agree, then they'll hit your ass with some money. And that is the scenario that they dealing with right now. Is they gonna get money for being this for fucking with Fat Joe and them? Are they gonna get paid? Because that's all the reason why they're here. You know, and that's the reason why the lawyers jump on deck too, because they're like, wait a minute, this is a high class fucking artist right here. This person got a name. So yeah, hell yeah, I sue you for him. And it's pro bono. You don't pay me nothing up front. We'll get the money when this motherfucker pay. So that's why I say sometimes, man, being a celebrity, it's got some shit on it now. It ain't all party. It ain't all pretty. It's some doo-doo on that motherfucker. It's a lot of little doo-doo on that celebrity. And if you rub that shit too close, you can have some shit on your hands. So, cause I didn't see this happening to Fat Joe. I thought that nigga was straight. Like, Fat Joe don't do shit. What the fuck he do? But apparently, he do 4,000 worth of fucking sexual encounters with underage girls. So allegedly, it's been said. I've heard. I snap. I don't know if that's the truth, but again, these guys got to use their psychological. You know, you can survive in the streets. You can survive in the hood. You can survive against tumultuousness with crime and people trying to hurt you, but you can't survive with some dusty bitch. You can't survive with some goofy ass nigga who you know. You got this motherfucker around you. He doing your motherfucking concert. And you can't even have no understanding what this nigga is about if he gonna sue you in the future. And they could have been shitting on him about the money. You know, sometimes when people got power or the alleged power, they will try to play with you. They will try to disrespect you. So I don't even get too indignant. I just leave them alone. I peep the game and I see the scenario and I say, oh, okay, cool. Pew! And anytime they contact me, any fucking time, I'm talking about 2-3 decades in the future, I always play busy. Oh, damn, straight up. Oh, man, I'm caught up, man. Oh, damn, that's what you got going on? Okay, cool. Look, now. Oh, damn, yup, I'm going to be doing some shit. I always do that to that for years. For years. They be hitting up like, what the fuck going on? I thought you was going to. You'll probably never see me again in life because how you act. Now, if I come out my bag and act the way I act, you ain't going to like that shit. So I respect myself enough to not make a person pull that out of me. I just leave you alone. I go around people who fucking happy to see me. We have fun. I could be myself, laugh, funny, free. I'm not going to be around you and shun myself. I'm not going to be around you and be quiet. I ain't going to be around you and don't say it. Like, what the fuck you talking about? Get your bitch ass out of here. Motherfuckers 1,000 times come contact me. Hey, man, come through here. We over here. When you going to bring your bitch ass over my motherfucking crib? Then come through here, motherfucker. Fuck you talking about? Come over there. Bring your pussy ass over here. Nigga, I can do what the fuck I want to do in my crib. Come over your crib, you like, hey, don't sit right there. Hey, man, don't drink right there. Hey, man, put your feet right there. I'm like, what's the name coming here? What the fuck I'm a grown ass man. I don't live up under all these goddamn rules. Come your ass to my motherfucking crib. Nigga, we can sit in the back, sit in the front, sit outside. What the fuck you want to do? So quit contacting me like I'm finna come run up and sit up behind you bitch ass niggas in your fucking house. Nigga, come to my motherfucking house, hoe ass boy. Fuck is you talking about? I come over your crib. Nigga, I smoke weed, drink. I ain't finna sit in your crib like no bitch. Get your pussy ass out of here. Come to where the fuck I'm at, nigga. Post up where the fuck I be. You soft pussy ass niggas. But you knew they was like that because niggas didn't want to hoop when we was growing up. They ain't want to go to the club. They ain't want to do shit. Pussies. So now you old motherfucker contact you. Get your bitch ass out of here, nigga. I can watch the game by my motherfucking self. Hoe ass nigga. And the reason why they want to call you, because they just want to brag about what they do for white people. Y'all not black, so you don't even know how this works. Niggas just want to brag to you about what they do for Caucasians. That's it. They have only one muscle. It's literally one. And if you pay attention to enough, you'll be like, we got to do shop talk every time I'm around you. No, I'm just telling you, they had me. I was the only one they needed. That move. I lifted that thing. I took it over that. Like, shut the fuck up, you idiot motherfucker. Go become a boss. Go make some shit yourself. Make hunkies work for you. They'll blow up. Bah! What the fuck you say? You can't do nothing like that. It's the sickos. That's why I say sometimes the niggas like Fat Joe and them just dumb. Like what? And even his lawyer. What the fuck? If you're a lawyer, you already know that people get served papers. You already know that forms and paperwork and sheets of fucking forms gotta be involved. What the fuck would you reverse your car and hit the motherfucker for who bringing you the forms? And your goofy ass gotta get in court. You at least need to see what the fuck the court date is on the fucking form. Emotionally tied into some shit when you supposed to be a boss. You supposed to jump out that motherfucking car, get that goddamn form, because you don't give a fuck about going to court. Let's go, bitch. I'm a lawyer. Whatever the fuck, where the court at, nigga? Hand me the form. I'll sign this shit in front of your damn face. Take a picture with your ass so you make sure you get your check. Yeah, motherfucker, I got it. See y'all ass in court. The fuck you mean? What the fuck you scared of? Pussy. But you the lawyer. So you jump in your car and you reverse and hit the nigga. Boom. The motherfucker go down. He's 66 years old. What? 66 fucking years old. Nigga, that's a threat on the elderly. That's like elderly abuse. Like, what the fuck you doing? Just jump your bitch ass out and get the fucking form. You a fucking lawyer, pussy. But guess what you get to do now? Sit your bitch ass in a fucking jail and tell everybody how you wish you was in the Crip and how you don't know no Crips and that's not nothing you even know about. Like, really? Cause I heard about that, but I really don't know. Scared as hell waiting for them to get you up out that motherfucker. Like, man, y'all know I'm a lawyer, man. What the fuck, man? Scary bitch. But he need you to go to jail for that because you supposed to be thinking. You're not a fucking rapper. Hoe ass nigga. Gotta get ready to jump into this next mission. It's happening. Oh shit. I'm gonna let y'all rock with me for about 2 more minutes because I gotta take a fucking piss before I ride out. But I should leave the microphone right here so you ain't gotta hear me leaking. Fade that up. It's faded now. So that's the mission. I gotta jump in this motherfucking ride now. Oh shit. What is going on? Don't feel nothing till the morning. Like to come. Yeah, so, and I used to fuck with Fat Joe, but I did get mad at this bitch ass when he tried to play everybody with the whole saying he was in black and shit. I ain't like that. He was dissing all the black people, talking about fuck FBA and shit, talking about broke ass niggas and shit like that. And that'd get his ass slapped in the motherfucking mouth. I know he older and shit though, but I didn't know Fat Joe growing up because I'm from another state, but it's like, hey, you ain't finna diss my people, my nigga. And then, calling us broke ass niggas and all this outlandish shit. It was like really kind of aggressive and egregious. He was on the podcast. Maybe he didn't know what the fuck he was saying or he was doing, but I ain't like it. It's like, dude, what is you on? Like, you disrespecting us or something like that? That's what you on now? It's fuck niggas and shit? Like, that's what it is? With Fat Joe? You weak ass, pussy ass nigga? But, we let it go because it's like, it's the internet. You ain't like, it's not no real serious crime. It's just like you hearing a nigga talk. And it's like, what the fuck wrong with dude? But, they get to say what they want to say. It's a freedom of speech country. It's just that I get to judge that shit. Now I get to look at your ass upside your motherfucking head and be like, oh, so that's what that bitch ass nigga feel about us. Okay. Now I know. Thanks for telling me. But what can you say? That's their opinion. That's how they kick it. Damn. But it do make you kind of think about these half-ass niggas. Like, boy, these niggas are straight pussy. So now Fat Joe going through all this shit, and we supposed to have some kind of understanding for this nigga. Have a heart, have a thought pattern for him and say, oh, well, look, man, he ain't that bad. And I just don't believe them. I don't believe what they saying. I do. I believe them because these niggas got to be thinking smarter. You got to use your brain. Y'all fucking goofies. I will always say that about them. You know what I'm saying? They goofies. Come on, think about it. You survived the fucking streets, nigga. You survived being in the motherfucking bottom of the ground in this motherfucking world. And these hoe ass niggas can't even fucking get their shit together. They out here fucking with the wackest bitches they could find. Like Diddy, he really sad. He gonna get 50 Cent baby mama, that garbage ass bitch. But I ain't saying the pussy ain't fire. I'm just saying, ultimately, she's a fucking bum. Cause the bitch got his ass going down. Court, trying to make sure your ass get convicted. I've been there before. When a female come to court trying to make sure your ass get convicted. That shit don't feel good at all. And you gotta sit your ass through it. Ain't no escape. Every second count. You gotta sit there dealing with that shit. It's rough. But hopefully you'll grow from it and learn. You know what I'm saying? And be like, that's the last time I fuck with a bum bitch. For any reason. Fuck that. Because when them people come at your ass, they not letting up. Like when old boy, his lawyer just hit that motherfucking guy, they ain't letting up off his ass. They like, oh, you dealing with this case, huh? You just hit that man? Oh, got your dumb ass. They not letting up. They ain't giving you no freebie. You ain't gonna be the one who slide through. You getting your ass popped. And that's what the fuck they doing. Making sure his ass going down. I do appreciate y'all fucking with me on here though and listening and watching and subscribe. We all paying attention to the same shit. We watching the same shit play out, which is this motherfucking relationship shit that's happening. Everything is all about relationships. Everything is about love and relationships. Who's dating who? Who's down with who? Who's cheating on who? And it's stupid too. It's like dick and pussy games. It ain't really no rhyme or reason or give a fuck. It's like who dating who. Everybody's stupid. Everybody in some dumbass love affair and shit. And that's really all you giving. That's all you seeing really. You're not really seeing no real know who. It's like a fucking not a sitcom. What used to call those things when I was growing up? It used to be on TV in the daytime. Oh, okay, daytime. Not talk shows. What was that shit called? You know that it was a word for them. It's not sitcom, but something like that. It would be TV shows that come on in the daytime. Like All My Children. Soap opera. That was to be the name of that shit. That's really what the fuck the world is today. The internet has made all these motherfuckers a big ass soap opera and shit. So now it's no longer, you know what I'm saying, there's scenarios that we like them for, like if they were musicians or rappers or singers. It's really more over now, like, did these motherfuckers or did they not do what they said they was gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he cheating on the girl? Did the girl cheat on him? Is there some love affair that we missing out on? What about Danny? Who did he date? No, who did she date? It's like, that's all the fuck this is. It's not really no real serious defining moments. It's something that make you even give a fuck about these motherfuckers' love affairs and shit like that. But I'm not saying Fat Joe was in a love affair. I had to go grab the demonstrations in this world. So my homie keep hitting me and shit like, where you at, nigga? No, I was blasting his phone early and shit. So, but it is what it is. That shit glitching like a motherfucker. I like that. That shit dope. Like some weird ass glitch happening in this bitch. Well, yeah, man. Celebrity is a motherfucker, man. It's like you never know what relationships is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, I see Jay-Z, he about the only one that's really got a real, I don't even know how they do it because the industry is so different. But for him and his lady, they're a power couple and they got a lot of money. So they've been able to hold down each other in a respectful way and not necessarily break up with each other or kill it. I don't even think Fat Joe married, I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes when you hit, even because you think about it, 50 Cent, P. Diddy and Fat Joe had a lot of color. They're the same age. They're around the same age, 55, 57-ish. They around the same age and shit, but these niggas got the same fetish where they like to be single niggas. They don't like to be locked down with a bitch and then like this girl is your main broad and you love her and it's just y'all not really doing nothing foul. You know, they don't really like that. You know what I'm saying? These niggas be into other things. Like they more into, you know, being a playboy at a latter age, I'm saying. I ain't saying you can't be no playboy, so don't get me wrong. I'm saying that you are later in life, you've had so much pussy, you done fucked so many hoes that you ain't missing shit. Like you niggas done boned all kind of bitches and crushed all kind of pussy, and you got money, you rich as fuck. You know what the fuck is going on? But that's the thing. It's like they can't stop. It's like, you know what? More bitches, more money, more power. Cause think about it. Diddy got 5, 6 kids. You would be wanting to go see the motherfuckers at some point. Yeah, 1970? No, I don't know about that cheap coal ass. That might be off. Because motherfuckers is younger than that. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is not all that old. When you talk about Eric B. and Rakim, maybe, and motherfucking KRS-One, they probably in that age, but there's a lot more younger niggas than that in hip hop, but they not necessarily on or got that name recognition. You know, some of those guys like Fat Joe, he's an anomaly because Fat Joe was able to catapult two cultures. He's not black, he's Puerto Rican. So Puerto Ricans are very big in that town of New York. Not so much where I'm from. It's more Mexicans than where I'm from. There's Puerto Ricans, but it's way more Mexicans. So they're more of a dominant culture versus in New York, you got a lot of motherfucking people that's gonna be Puerto Rican. So that culture is intertwined with the black culture, and next thing you know, you making your money because people looking at your ass like you're a success story. You know what I'm saying? But he played himself, shit. Now you gotta goddamn it deal with them fucking people trying to take your stupid ass to court and get they off. Because what they gonna get up out you is even worse. Them motherfuckers gotta spend their money and shit, go to fighting the case. It's like, damn, that's really what they was doing for Fat Joe. Because remember, Fat Joe just got to hook up with Jay-Z. He was being managed by Rock Nation. Rock Nation is the major brand. So imagine him coming to Jay-Z and them and saying, I need lawyers. You know, these motherfuckers is making some false accusations. Can y'all help me with the lawyers? And Jay-Z and them really do gotta help them. Yeah, William Lawrence, hey, I'm not reading the comments, my friend, and I don't follow what people say do. So why don't you just do your part and just watch the motherfucking video? Because I don't give a fuck about the comments. You give a fuck about the comments on your channel, my homie. But anyway, that's how I saw Fat Joe. I just look at it like my man should have. I don't know if he was on the right move, man. He put himself in a real scenario, boy. Like, damn. One of them real scenarios. Like, oh shit. You gotta be careful in this game, boy. But I know one motherfucking thing. I'm glad I'm not them niggas because when I think about P. Diddy sitting in the motherfucking Bing like that shit crazy. It's been months. Nigga been sitting in that bitch since like the cold. It was cold outside when that nigga got locked up. It's a motherfucking 90 degrees that fucking day. Still in that bitch. And see, only reason why I'm talking about P. Diddy specifically is because of how much money he made over the decades. Like this guy was fucking rich. You know what I'm saying? Like he was a fucking, man, financially crazy. Goddamn thing, because I gotta hit my homie and shit because I'm getting close to his crib and I gotta keep leaving you motherfuckers right here so I can get over, because he told me to hit him up over the spot block, but I can't remember 60. What the fuck? I don't remember where the fuck he talking about beat go to. So I'm just gonna flex down this street there. I ain't been driving in a minute and shit, especially night driving because I was riding out of the Nashville. We had did some music and shit, so we was up in Nashville, Tennessee, every day. We did that for like a whole 2 years on the weekends, every fucking day. And then I had a car crash about I don't know 2 months ago, and it took my car. What they call that shit? I don't know, wiped it out. It's a word for that shit. But it's over with now. So my car gone. I couldn't go buy a new one because I had broke my thing in the chest right here. What they call this shit? It's a bone right here in the middle of your chest that broke. So I had to wait all these times and shit because you don't be realizing that you can't use your fucking arms like that when your chest fucked up. It's a lot of shit you got to deal with. But this is just learning. You don't know. Who the fuck knows? Oh, okay. So you can't bust right here or something? Is that what's going on? I ain't know that. So I bust around then. They switched it up over. When you young, you used to come through these motherfucking strips 1,000 times. Then you get a certain age, ain't been through this shit in forever. Now you gotta turn around. You can't even go the same route we used to take. You gotta flip back now and shit. They got no turn on reds all through this bitch. It's like what the fuck? And that's only cause the O block shit is not too far from here. So they got, man, I'm talking about fucking cameras. They got lights. They got fucking slow down cameras, speed cameras, so much shit. Matter of fact, the speed camera get your ass down like 20. They want to fucking see your face when you riding through this bitch. They want to know every motherfucking body coming through this little O block shit. They be wildin'. The police don't be playing. But it is what it is. This gotta be here, right? Yeah, okay, bet. Yup, I was right. My thoughts was correct. My thoughts were correct. I wasn't sure, but yeah. Fucking yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna bump that music I made for y'all motherfuckers too one of these days and shit, you know what I'm saying? They be on your heels about all that copyright bullshit, but because I got it on another one of my channels. You know what I'm saying? I might hit my homie and say, I made it to this big, just gotta figure that shit out with old Fat Joey. Yup. I see the mallet right there. Hold on, y'all. You in a white cup, right? Oh, my fault, bro. Man, I'm thinking that shorty. Woo-hoo! You say, I remember old Chicago, too. I heard that. These cities be beautiful, man. I was fucking with Nashville when I was down there. I'm from a big city, so I never really seen all that country shit and like deers and sheeps and shit. Like a lot of shit is like, what the fuck? I mean, like deers that don't run, like the motherfuckers post up, like running, nigga, or they walk out in the street while you driving and shit. Like they ain't running or nothing. Like we basically went to an area where they run that bitch. It's like nothing but them. You like, what the fuck is this? I never seen that shit like you. But cars and big buildings and this shit. You don't even see trees like that. You know what I'm saying? In this motherfucking place. But that's how that played out. But anyway, Fat Joe need to get it. Fentanyl deal, hell yeah. They be knocking them deals dead too. Like on some of them highways out there, it's like the south, so it's no fucking lights on the sides. So it's just big ass fur patches of fucking deers that motherfuckers beat in the head. And I'm talking about up close, they fucking huge as a bitch. You like, damn, this motherfucker look like this up close? Like if he bumped you in real life, you'd knock your ass down. You wouldn't even be able to fight. So it's just funny and shit how you see some of those things play out. But Fat Joe and them need to get their shit together. I'm a fan of him though. I ain't really listened to Fat Joe music in a long ass time, but I know he make music that it's fuckable. It's fuckwittable, should I say? You know what I'm saying? He does that. So, but is he gonna go down for this dumb shit that he's doing about that person he was? That I don't know. I would say that they could probably beat the case, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you fucking trying to. Those guys have been successful for 30 something years, and see, this is really another thing that I say about the commonalities in those two dudes. If I say that Fat Joe probably came out around 92. You know what I'm saying? He probably was rapping before that, but by the time I heard him, it was like 94, 93. Now I'm hearing Fat Joe coming from New York. And same thing with P. Diddy. Around 92, 94, you know what I'm saying? I'm starting to see these guys. The Bad Boy Records has started. And you knowing it. You're knowing it. It's not, I'm a hip hop aficionado. So I'm watching all this shit. It wasn't no internet. You had to read the little magazines that came through. So, you know, this is what we did. I'm going up to Jules, what we call Jules, like the food store here. And you go up to that motherfucker and you get the magazine, you stand in line, a long ass line where everybody got 1,000 packs and shit, and you just read every fucking page in that motherfucker. And this how, because you couldn't afford that magazine all the time. And it's just, and that's how you learn hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't do interviews like that. Interviews came later, like the MTV shit and all that. They BT that came a little bit later. You just wanted to know, and so because at that time musicians would put their music actually physically in a CD. And it would be a little sheet of paper, and it would write down every lyric in the song, the name of the song, who produced it. So you already was trained to do this, like read up on it. Already Michael Jackson did it, Prince did it, you name it, New Edition. I don't give a fuck who the artist was. And then cassette tape would be like a cover, but it would be all kind of information. They were the people who they thanked, their mothers, their father, whoever. You could just look at the names, and as you got to know that artist, you would see if you heard those names again, you know, in your future. But not all the time you would, because they ain't your real friends. But you know, you was seeing that play out, you know what I'm saying? But now at this juncture, we done got to the age where we not putting ourselves in those scenarios no more. Like, nah, we not doing nothing that's gonna put us in a scenario where we lose our money, where we get these bitches that's gonna be trying to indict us or put us in jail. We're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because these hoes is fucking wicked and wild and bogus. And gag, come on. And to me, it's like some shit is so self-explanatory, it's unbelievable. It's like if the motherfucker raped you, R'd you, or SA'd you, assaulted you in some state or country, why would you go back around them? To me, it would be such a traumatic scenario that you wouldn't even want to be around the person again. Like, whoa, man, did you see what they did to me? And furthermore, you would want to go to the police and go get them to figure out how the hell did we talk about this? How did we get to this? Let's go to the cops. You saw what he did. Or you're going to tell your family members. And you're going to say, no, when we was out of town, and they're going to tell for you. Like, no, she told me that this happened to her, and I can't let them that I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, that's the truth, though. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be a little bit more smarter, because come from a Caucasian perspective, they looking at it like you're not doing anything else with your money. We just gave you $30 million and you ain't doing shit else with it. Hold on, my people. I'm gonna leave my microphone so y'all don't hear me talking my shit. All right, that was fast in the mission. They had a little baby concert in Chicago today at one of our biggest locations, the United Center. So there's a lot of motherfuckers was up there. He was coming to get my mixtape to get a little baby. And if you believe that shit, why don't you go and Cashapp me $10,000 real quick? It's not gonna hurt you. You can do it. Y'all actually rolled out with me. And it's so funny too, because I'm a person that's always behind the camera. I've rarely ever been in front of the camera in my whole life of filmmaking. I'm a filmmaker, so I'm always behind the camera. My last movie I made that's actually on Tubi right now is called Kill a Rapper, Kill a Rapper. That's my movie. It's on Tubi right now. You can go see that. It's free. It's on Tubi. But I was only an actor in that movie first time in my life. I played the main character in that one. But it wasn't because I wanted to. It's because my main character, who I hired, was acting slow. He wasn't come. We didn't want to. He actually just didn't come to the first day of shooting, and that gets you fired, because it's like, you're not here on the first day. What the fuck you think? We gonna wait a whole movie on your ass? Who you can't come day one, nigga? You fired the first motherfucking time I speak to you. So I didn't have nobody else, because my stupid ass didn't have a backup for him. I believed him. I thought he was legitimately gonna come, but he didn't for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't try to lean into dumb motherfuckers' brains. I just accept it, nigga. Whatever the fuck the reason is between you and the Lord. So I asked my producer what he think about me being an actor. He said, I don't give a fuck. I said, bet. I did it, and I played it because I already wrote the lyrics. I mean, I already wrote the script and shit, so I knew what to do. But the movie real fly. It has got some real powerful shit going on in it, and that's the reason why I wanted to make a movie like that. So, but my new joint is even crazier than that. You know what I'm saying? And I've been, but I'm working on other shit though. So I got the movie coming, but I've always been a motherfucker behind the scenes. But being in front of the scenes with y'all motherfuckers like this is all new to me and it's fun. Because when I was young, there was no internet. It was not, the internet came around when I was about 23. I didn't get my fingers on it until I was 25, 24, 25. I want to say 25. So 25, 24. Okay, I was 24. Literally 24. So when it was 22, 23, I knew the internet was here. Like you had to get the CD, the dial up at that time. But I didn't have no computer. My homie had a computer. He stayed across the street. But this my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I would go over there and we watching porn on his computer because we didn't know nothing about no websites and shit at that point. We definitely knew about some porn shit. So we would be on there watching booty call or whatever the fuck it be. And we was loving that shit, having fun, young, we in our 20s. So then 2 years later went by when I became 24, and then I was able to get on the fucking computer myself. And that was fun too, because I was like, damn, it's 1998, 97, and I'm on the internet, and it's like, wow, I'm bumping bitches. Because, we young, we're in our 20s, so it's really about getting bitches, you know what I'm saying? And then I ended up bumping a bitch who I ended up being with still to this day, which is my wife. So she was a bitch at that point, but now she's a beauty queen. But at that point, I was 24, and we've been around each other 27 years. But at that time, it was no Instagram. You already know that. We just met each other on the internet, but it was like chatting. You had to chat inside little chat groups, and that's how we met. And so we've been around each other ever since. But I ain't like these hoe ass niggas, so I'm gonna get me a lady, a beautiful woman, somebody who I support me and who got my back. She ain't gonna be no white bitch. She ain't finna be no Mexican bitch. She ain't gonna be no Asian bitch. Cause why? I don't eat that fucking food. I don't do that. That's not my time frame. I don't spend time doing that. I don't want to be around no fucking Asians. I don't want to be around no Mexicans. The fuck I want to do that for? I'm a black motherfucker. I want to be around niggas every fucking day, all day. I'm not that. I don't give a fuck about being around some other culture. That's just a waste of time to me. What the fuck would I want to be around them for? I'm not that nigga. I'm the kind of nigga that like my own people. I live on, in the south side of Chicago. It's extreme segregated. So you don't see other cultures. You have to get in your car to drive to go see somebody different. It's not, we basically like Chinatown, but it's all black people. Because, in Chinatown and most towns, it's just all Asians. It's not no other culture. And that's basically the same thing it is in Chicago. It's not no other culture. You come to the south side, you will not see one white motherfucker at all. And if you do see somebody that's of another culture, they work at the gas station. This is no cap. They fucking gas station Arabs or something like that. They're not who you think they are. These are motherfucking that's foreigners. But when you talk about us, it's black, man. What the fuck this E-Way doing shutting down this motherfucking late, man? It's 11 p.m. and this bitch gridlock is it's gridlock like it's 2 in the afternoon, I swear to God. That ain't even, that's crazy. This bitch gridlock like it's 2 in the fucking afternoon. The fuck? Oh, you know what? I did just drive past. I seen the fucking police thing out there when I drove past. Right, I did see that. Okay, so that means it's fucked up right here. So I should just go up this way then. And go up to my main street and then take that way. And that way I ain't gotta be all the way down here dealing with this goofy ass traffic. This is the fucking fast way though. But the traffic dead. And see, and you only got this one interest left. And if you miss this one, it's no more interests. So that's why I'm just gonna turn off this bitch. Cause I don't wanna get on. I'm finna get right back in the stupid ass traffic. And that shit'll have me home in 1 minute. But the damn shit, you don't wanna go on there and sit on that bitch this late at night. Like you finna go to your job and be stuck in some fucking gridlock traffic at 11:30 at night. Like what the fuck is going on? Like where the hell I'm going? You make it in the crib at 1:15. Like that was a dumbass trip. Fuck, I'm sitting in damn E-Way. I'm like, I ain't even riding that direction. Fuck that shit. It's at night. We riding through the hood. Like when I was running around this bitch as a young nigga, riding in the motherfucking hood all day. That's why I wanted to start hood films, because I'm like, the shit I see, what I see, I want people to be able to see it, my visions. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna create the stories that I'm gonna tell. That's why you don't have me working for white folks. That's why I don't have a job and all that shit, because it's about storytelling for me. And I made this decision in my life years ago. Like I had decided if I was gonna either be a rapper or be a filmmaker. And rapping was hard. At that time, it was no equipment. Like today, you got the shit all digital. You can do it on a laptop. It wasn't no fucking equipment back then. You had to have all kind of money to go to the studio, and that was so far-fetched, it wasn't even real. So it was not even nobody to teach you that shit. So I just got into filmmaking because I started watching a documentary from Spike Lee. And he was saying that at that time, it's like, I don't know, fucking 1990 or some shit like that, 1989. And he was saying that he had learned filmmaking by going to his college. And I was like, going to college? What the fuck? And he was like, yeah, because we was able to use the equipment. And I was like, oh, that's a smart idea, because I ain't no equipment. You get it? You know, we want to be a filmmaker, but you need equipment to fucking utilize. So that's what made me go to school. I was like, well, fuck it. That's how he did it. That's how I'm going to fucking do it. But it was no other filmmakers at that time, so it wasn't like no names that was, you know, out there, and then you was like, oh, this guy. You know, it was just him. And then John Singleton and all them came, but he went to USC, which is an undergraduate school for filmmaking. And well, they do have filmmaking there. My little son just graduated from that bitch. But I wanted to go. I knew I was gonna be doing filmmaking regardless if it was a fucking college or anything. I didn't give a shit, because you just want to have hope, and that's what filmmaking was for me. It was hope, and that's why when I make movies to this day, it's all through me. It's all what I write. I don't have no motherfucking producer paying me no money. I'm paying you to come and work on this shit. You not no fucking running the damn thing in this regard. When I said I had my producer and I talked to him, I was talking to him about working, the time frame. You know, does he think it's going to be enough for him to do the job without thinking like I'm wasting my time? Because, you know, if it's my first time acting, he could, as a producer, feel like this is dumb. You need to be having a lot more experience before I took my time into this. But he was a dope ass producer, and he was like, no, we gonna do it, because we already committed to the production. So if you the actor, just be the actor. And that's what I did. And I shitted on that movie, boy. You better go watch that joint. Kill a rapper. And I took that motherfucker all around the country, selling the dog shit out that bitch. I come to your state, wherever the fuck you at. Go right to them hoods, nigga. I ain't scared of them motherfuckers in your hood. I'm telling you I ain't. I'll go right to your hood and I'll sell the dog shit out my movie. Right in your hood. Right in the hood you think you scared of. Point that bitch out, because that's really what we do. We artists. We go out to where the people want to see the art. And it's simple. It's not really no rocket science in it. It's that simple. People like this kind of shit. That's why Tubi is in existence, because it's 1,000 motherfucking food films in the world. They make their own stories. They don't need a white boss. They don't need no motherfucking Brad Pitt, no wrinkled body ass motherfucking George Clooney. They don't even need no motherfuckers like Taraji Henson, Pete Hinton, or motherfucking Denzel Washington. Motherfuckers got their own thing. These niggas is just people on earth. They not the fucking holy grail. They just motherfuckers that breathe. Look, Michael Jordan is such a cold, dynamic hooper, but we just saw SGA do every goddamn thing he do. We saw that young nigga do the exact same shit. It's 30 years into the future. So nobody's an anomaly. Everybody gonna be motherfucking, you know, covered, and everybody gonna be repeated. Everybody gonna be somebody else gonna do the same shit you do. In other words, and that's basically what that is. You get to fucking like who you wanna like. Even when Jay-Z stopped being a rapper, he wanted to be P. Diddy. I knew that because I was watching P. Diddy growing up. I knew exactly who the fuck P. Diddy was. So when I saw Jay-Z acting like P. Diddy, dressing like P. Diddy, wanting to be a businessman like P. Diddy, I said that shit rubbed off, because that motherfucker wanted to. He P. Diddy to this day, and look what happened. Everybody who was Jay-Z's nemesis, and I'm not claiming real nemesis. I'm saying in the competition game, like you might have put him up against this person, or you might have said, "Ooh, Jay-Z. Well, what about that person?" Not saying that they were physically, they didn't like each other in real life, but I'm just saying that you got that's not no longer in the industry. Jay-Z. I mean R. Kelly. You got P. Diddy. These people who was the same age as Diddy, the same age as Jay-Z, his peers, and both of them motherfuckers is taking out the mix, both of them. And these niggas was his competition. This is what I'm saying about competition. Not necessarily he was competing with them specifically, but this would be his competition. They both 55, 57, 28, whatever the time frames of their age. They doing music, whether they collaborate like Jay-Z and P. Diddy did. I mean, Jay-Z and R. Kelly did, or they don't. Well, I don't think Jay-Z ever did nothing necessarily with P. Diddy, but we know that they was moguls, and we know that before it was a Jay-Z, when Jay-Z was just rapping, minding his business, P. Diddy was still a mogul at that time. And so now we see Jay-Z as a mogul, and it's like, okay, you're a mogul, my nigga, what's good? and he a mogul too. But now you see the moguls that was surviving, or the last of the dying moguls, is gone. You got both of them out the way. P Diddy. Oh shit, I don't even know. I don't know if he did nothing with Suge Knight either, Jay Z. But you got Suge Knight out the way. So that's a three-headed motherfucking monster that's disconnected. And I'm not saying that Jay Z had nothing to do with any reasons why all three of them niggas went down. Even Fat Joe, nothing. Jay Z probably had shit to do with none of that. It's just the scenarios that played out, and that leaves him sitting as what? The lone star. He the only one that survived. Yep. All right. I got that accomplished. Now, that is accomplished, god damn it. What the fuck? Wait, this shit is cutting off my fucking picture. Don't cut my damn video off, bitch. Yeah, so talking to y'all motherfuckers, it's a nice little stress. It's not stressful. It's just something you got to get used to. Like, I didn't think I could stream. I didn't think I could fucking film myself like this and just keep the camera on me all the time. I thought it was so weird and shit, but the way the internet worked today, when I was on here a while ago, you was getting a little bit of push. Well, I don't know how they call it, reach. You know what I'm saying? But then it seemed like the shit slowed down. The reach don't be as much. You know what I'm saying? And then every time things like that happen, things get invented. And this is another reason why I'm who I am. I'm one of them inventors. So when things is slowing down, they not perfect no more, things be invented. So that's why streaming is invented. It's no longer just go edit a damn video and talk about it or use AI to compute it. It's like, hey, I'm cutting the camera on. I cut this bitch off at 8 in the morning. I cut the camera back on at 8 at night. I don't cut the bitch off till 8 in the morning. Now, everybody ain't gonna live like that because that's a lot of fucking online time and, you know, when you gonna have a chance to live and what the fuck you gonna do when you do start living. You just been on the internet all the time. Your whole fucking friendships and life is gonna be all about a fucking computer. Or your friend, everybody you know, is gonna be a digital 0 or 1. Woo! So that be that. I think I'm finna unask this AC. It's getting late now, so it ain't that damn cold. But I had a humdinger, but I don't know, man. Shit, I know the motherfuckers who ain't caught up with their bullshit, they happy as hell. Like, I ain't gotta deal with none of this shit. Nigga, fuck them niggas. Y'all out there fucking with them dusty bitches, and you put yourself in a scenario, boy, that's on you. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? That's what you did. I ain't talking to that hoe, cause Diddy's supposed to have, he got the bitch from he got the bitch Cassie from Ryan Leslie. This is another singer who was trying to do some work with Diddy for whatever reason, whether produce music, get a contract deal. And he brought Cassie with him. And when Cassie saw that millionaire, because he's still rich, you can go sit your ass in jail all the fuck you want to, but you can't, they not going to take his money from him. They'll try to and say that, oh, this is about racketeering and you need to give the money back because you only got this money because you was racketeering these bitches. But they just proved that he wasn't racketeering them hoes. That's why they threw the fucking cases out. He was just fucking bitches like any other nigga with a hard dick. Like, oh, these hoes want to fuck? Okay, bad. Let's fuck. So for them to try to make it seem like he's some kind of freak of the industry, it's like, boy, y'all so damn weird. Knowing damn well that's them. And them Cassie bras, they thought they was gonna come up by doing that shit. They thought that this is how you survive. Yeah, all I gotta do is just do another date. All I gotta do is just hook up with another date, and that's it. They thought that this was the best way to live. Shit, and it probably was. It's just the mental shit that go along with it that fucked them bitches up. They couldn't deal with that shit mentally. They was like, hell no. Whew. My little one subscriber, my little one viewer, I appreciate you. I'm gonna keep it all the way a bean. I do appreciate you, my little one person watching. Every time I came on here, your ass been posted up with me. That nigga say, you on an Obama phone. That nigga say, what you talking about? It's Milk TV, boy. Your ass bored as hell. You goofy as a fuck, and you bored to the motherfucker. It's Milk TV. Boy, how the fuck it feel to be a goofy ass nigga? I don't even know. But I got time to talk to your pussy ass. That I do got. I talk to your bitch ass. But yeah, I just hope them niggas can get their shit together, cause it's like, boy, sitting down, I don't know if I could do that shit that long. Man, I'd be crying like, man, let me out this bitch, boy. Don't y'all know I got a mansion over there? I got bad bitches, boy. Cause Diddy got a big ass bed, man. His bed is so motherfucking big, and it's sitting on. It's in the backyard. It's like probably 50 to 75 people could fit on that motherfucker. You know, I don't know if I ever seen Fat Joe crib because he's always trying to. You could tell Fat Joe is a Mexican or a Puerto Rican person, and he'd be around a lot of black people because he's always trying to prove his blackness or prove his street cred or talk about how gully he is. And man, we grew up like this and we grew up like that. Like, have you seen any of these black communities, motherfucker? They beyond approach, my nigga. Come on, what are you talking about? You must not have seen some of these black communities, boy. Motherfuckers is living really fucked up out here, B. Like, do you see this shit? And then if you were a fucking celebrity and you made money, especially to a high extent, you straight already. Leave this street shit alone. Get the fuck away from all this block shit, nigga. Fuck all this stupid ass shit. You supposed to be just like that, going to see a motherfucking concert and shit and doing something. Because I say these niggas got rich off music. I don't know how rich they got or, you know, I'm sure they got ventures outside of music. But goddamn, y'all niggas look like y'all financially straight. And then I've been staring at your face for 30 years. Y'all niggas don't want to act. Y'all niggas don't want to parlay this shit into another genre or another thing. They just basically just be rich niggas fucking hoes at the concerts. Like, they don't do shit else with it. And so it gets boring like that. Like, how many times do you hear or Rain, that song by Fat Joe, whatever the fuck it is, Lean Back or whatever? You don't hear them songs all the time. You have to reinvent yourself too much to be in music. You got to do that shit every few months. Like, okay, damn, you fell off. Now you got to do it again. Something better, something bigger. So it's not easy, you know what I'm saying, to be in the music industry and to have credential, a name that somebody want to fuck with you on. That shit ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? But you can do it. You know, I'm planning on doing it because my little homies and shit, they in their 30s, and we was all hustling together and shit, and they was like, nigga, you need to be making music. I'm like, huh? I make movies, motherfucker. And they like, no, come to the studio. I'm like, man, I don't really be in studios. I'm in my own, I'm a film studio. I don't really be in a damn music studio. They like, man, you got to come, just come kick it. So I go, and this is one of those moments when you let, where they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. It's a fucking lie. Yes, you can. And so I reluctantly went, and I'm like, okay, if I go to this shit, I'm on some weed first. Give me some drinks, give me some Red Bulls. I bet. Now I go. And I went to the studio with them, and they started making beats and, you know, showing me the beats and playing them. Now, mind you, I'd never rapped in my motherfucking life. I freestyled and shit, like, you know, talking shit, you know, whatever with your homies or whatever in high school or whatever. Or at my boy crib, we getting drunk and shit, playing darts. And we freestyle battling each other and shit, because one of my homies all articulate. So we were just fucking around, but I ain't never think it would be serious. And we get to the studio, and these niggas like, man, all right, here go the first song. All right, write your lines. I'm like, write my lines? Like, I don't know how to fucking write a rap, but I did. And when I heard it, I was like, this shit sound amazing. But he did something that I wasn't ever able to do when I went to the studios in my younger life, is he gave me the song. So I was able to ride home that night playing myself, playing my voice for the first time ever. And it was like, yeah, damn, I was 49 years old, 49. But I'm like, this shit is so fun. I didn't never experience it. So they was like, man, come back to the studio, nigga, come back to the studio. So I went about a couple of weeks with them, a couple more times and shit, and we made like 3 or 4 songs. It was really fun. I was like, thank y'all for doing this to me, because I thought I was going to die without ever hearing my voice. I'm just a fan of music. Michael Jackson, Prince, you know, come on. Rap music, I would have loved to do music, but I didn't know it was going to happen. But the fucked up part is the little homie who I was hustling with on a daily basis, we had been hustling together like 10 years. Downtown Chicago, we was selling our products to tourists. We talking about black business booming, boy. We fucking them tourists up. And we had been doing that shit for like 10 years. Now, he younger than me, but he came to the hustle spot. So over 10 years, we've been out there. And when we made the song, which is another little homie who was the beat maker and this person who wanted to help me do music, his name was Stoner Trap. And so we went, and the guy who I was with all the time, he started getting mad. Man, fuck that song, that bitch ass song, nigga. Cause you know I'm geeked up about my song. That's my first song. I loved it. It's on the internet. You can look it up right now. It's called Wiggle It. My name on the music part is called Yusef Two Times. Yusef, the number two, and Times. And so I was like, yo, let me just do the music because I was having fun. Oh boy, start hating, man. Fuck that music, nigga. That music ain't shit, nigga. Fuck your music. You old as hell making raps. I'm like, nigga, you was in the studio with me, nigga. I was dropping you bitch ass niggas off. Y'all said come inside. What the fuck is all this hate for, nigga? I'm not about to be Jay-Z. I just fucking made a song, nigga. My first song of my life. It feel good to hear my voice on the motherfucking mic. I'm old as hell. Like, what your puss ass acting like this for? So he kept being on hate mode because I was making music. And eventually his homie told me what it was, that he had been around them for years. You know, homies be around each other for years. And he not made no damn music. And so for me to be around them just for a couple of weeks or days and then actually made 2 or 3 songs, it made him feel intimidated. But how the fuck I know that? I ain't around you niggas. I'm just with you niggas to this day. And dude, why you taking it so personal because that an old man 49 years old is making his first song? But really, I had to calculate that shit up. It's just that this person was a hater. He didn't like my ass. He was only around me to come up, but he really was a hater. He didn't like me. And there wasn't nothing I could do about that because motherfuckers are fake, phony, and fraud. They won't come out and tell you how they feel. They'll come around you a snake, and sneak and boom, 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 boom until they come up and then they pop out the woodwork. Yeah, fuck you, nigga, I don't like you. And it was weird pussy shit. So it got into the point where it was going to be me and him on some man-to-man shit because I'm not a bitch-ass nigga. So it's like, okay, you don't like me? Well, we ain't got to discuss this shit. Let's just get into it. I'll beat your motherfucking ass, you pussy-ass nigga. And so he basically came down to the hustle spot in some flip-flops, which is weird because he never did no shit like that in 10 years. But this was the moment of truth. We finna get it in. He want to hate on my music and treat me like I'm a bitch-ass nigga because some other nigga trying to teach me how to do music. Okay, cool. I look at that as fighting words. Now, you tough, motherfucker? We on the street. Ain't nobody gonna stop this shit. He came his pussy ass down there. Hey, I'm finna leave early. Fuck you telling me that for? You supposed to be a tough guy. I made music and it's supposed to have made you mad. Now what's up? That bitch ass nigga left so quick and never came back down there again. I went on ahead and left the start. I said, you know what? I'm gone. And you can't come back around me either. And I went and made so many motherfucking songs. That bitch ass nigga ain't got no choice but to like my shit now on Facebook and all that shit because I went crazy. Why would I let a bitch ass nigga like you convince me to stop loving what I love or liking what I like or doing what I do and your pussy ass won't even do it for yourself? You soft bitch ass nigga. You won't even do the shit for yourself. You a hoe. I'm gonna do the shit for myself, nigga. I'll do it in front of you. But now that I saw that it made you mad, I'm gonna be doing this shit for the rest of my life. You ain't gonna do nothing but hear how cold I am forevermore, bitch. And every time you hear it, it's gonna make your ass wanna throw up. And that's good. Cause nigga, you tried to hate on a nigga. I'm learning something. I'm basically in a learning point. The guy was showing me the studio and this button do this and this button do this. This nigga like, man, come on, man, damn. So I've been in the studio. I know what Fat Joe and them had to go through. I don't know it to an extent because they got albums. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that it's gonna rub somebody wrong. And it was like that when I did my movies. When I did my first movies, one of my cousins started acting like that. Still acting like that to this day. Weird. I don't understand that shit. Why do what I do stop you from doing what you do? Your attitude is not going to stop me from making films ever. So it don't matter if you like me. I don't give a fuck. I just look at you niggas and laugh like, damn, oh, wow. That shit ain't gonna never stop me from doing what the fuck I do, ever. I'm talking about 75 years into the future. Look at Clint Eastwood. This nigga 94 years old. You think he give a fuck about an old friend? About a buddy? An old bitch that don't like him and ain't cool with him no more? Get the fuck out of here. I got shit in my damn diaper for your ass that you can have, motherfucker. But at the end of the day, your opinion don't matter to me. This is who the fuck I am. This is who I decided I'm gonna be. And so if you're around me, you're gonna experience this shit. If you ain't around me, then you gonna hear about it. Cause I ain't never stopping, motherfucker. That's why I don't have no white boss. Cause a white boss gonna come and tell your ass what you can't do. Hey, I'm gonna holler at you. Hey, come in here, let me talk to you real quick. And they came in here and they told me that you did this. And I gotta tell you this. And I'd have told that boss, get your bitch ass out my face. Nigga, fuck you and him, hoe ass nigga. But they want to make sure they do that shit to you so it affects your financial life. Now you can't pay your car note. Now you can't pay your light bill. Now you can't get your life together. So don't play yourself like that and let these hoe ass motherfuckers have no control over your life. Even if you do got to suffer a little bit, don't let none of these motherfuckers have control over your endeavors. Nothing. They can't control shit. I had homies come to me, man, we should change the name from Hood Films and change it to this. Then I invest. Then I invest. Get your bitch ass out of here, nigga. I ain't ask your pussy ass to invest in shit. But what you could do is take your whole ass downtown and open up your own shit and show me how to do it. Show me how to do this shit then. If you got the idea, take your pussy ass downtown like I did, get you a motherfucking company, call it whatever the fuck you want to call it, and then show me how to do this shit. Guess what the bitch ass niggas do? Go get a fucking job somewhere that ain't got shit to do with filmmaking. I thought so. So for P. Diddy and them to work in the music industry for 30 motherfucking years, that's a lot of sacrifice. That's a lot of hard work. That's a lot of grind. That's a lot of never giving up. And they made it to the level that they made it to, when they financially straight, like Diddy is the fucking billionaire. That wasn't even in hip hop before he got there. Hip hop was just music. Think about the Four Tops or the Temptations or any of them motherfuckers. When have they ever said their ass was billionaires? When have they ever uttered some shit like that? Matter of fact, they on the fucking internet now saying Smokey Robinson essayed some female. That just give you further proof. You know what I'm saying? That just tell you for real what it is. Like, it ain't no motherfucking friendships. If they could pop your ass upside the head, they're gonna do it. So you gotta be careful. You should be thinking, using your fucking brain. I agree. Zach, I think you're right, my brother. I think that bitch ass nigga going to jail. They talking all this shit like he gonna beat it. I doubt that. He beat shit. He's not beating shit. Because you got a jury of your peers. That means all these motherfuckers could not like you. This is what I'm trying to say, your peers. Yeah. He gonna have to sit his ass down for a minute, because these are jury of his peers. This is it. So I think that he put himself in a precarious situation. And that was what he shouldn't have did. Because if you was thinking, you gotta watch who you trust, man. These brothers, that's why I always said that about these guys. I said, I don't think they're the smartest in the room. See, I had a father growing up. And I know P. Diddy dad had passed away when he was coming up. He was like killed in that time frame when Diddy was a child. So he might not have really a chance to see his dad like that. I want to say that what's the name father was in his life too, but I don't know. Joey Crack. Not exactly sure. But you need that guy to talk to you sometimes because of experience. Like if he's already had the experience, then he can at least give you some insight on what is coming down the pipeline. You don't really know because you ain't had the experience. It's like a veteran on a basketball team. It's like, how the fuck I'm gonna learn this shit? Or you want to join a frat. The guys who was already in a frat got to help you navigate this new reality that you in trying to join this frat. So these guys was major guys in the industry, in the music industry. P. Diddy, Fat Joe, they were major niggas, man. But they never had a second win. They never had a second thing to do. They basically only made music, and then every benefit that came from that, that's what they benefited. They utilized that benefit, but they didn't put themselves in a scenario that was going to benefit their future. So these niggas just basically got some pussy. They weren't even really thinking about this real serious shit that you got to face in the world. They didn't think about that, and this is really the shit part for them, because now, you know, the people who you thought was nothing, the people you thought was a piece of shit, motherfucker, you disrespecting, talking down on, probably putting hands on them, putting hands in their face, you know, treating them. And now these motherfuckers got the upper hand on your ass, and while they could not come to court, and just let this shit die down, they showing up every day. And this is what's gonna make the jury think something secondarily or think something different. They're gonna say, well, damn, because these people kept coming to court and they don't have to do that. They could say, you know what, let bygones be bygones, man. There was some fucked up shit I went through with this idiot, but I'm not even gonna let myself go through this no more. But if they came to court to fight your motherfucking ass and put all this effort into making sure you stayed in jail, they hate you, man. They hate you. So it's not, they're not gonna let you just be somebody who slide this motherfucking ass around here. No, But they ought to be thinking this shit, man. I hope they beat the cases. I ain't gonna lie. I hope they beat the shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I hope they beat the shit. Because these are guys who we have, at least myself, because I'm older, I've been listening to these niggas for fucking, it ain't even real, man. I'm talking about, I can't predict the future, but I never would have assumed that these guys was any nefariousness. It's just that's not hip hop. See, when I was coming up, hip hop was strict. I guess that's what y'all probably don't know, because y'all came up in a hip hop in today's time, or a little, well, maybe 20 years ago. But I came up in hip hop when the younger generation, which I was at that time, we were basically saying we're not finna do nothing that the older generation doing. So if they was smoking, if they was drinking, if they was fucking doing cocaine, it didn't matter what the fuck the older generation did, we wasn't doing it. So when we found out the older generation hated marijuana, they hated that shit because it came from the 70s. They was around it at that time. But we came up in this time, so we wasn't around it in the fucking 70s. They hated marijuana. They looked down on that shit. And then it was like, oh, well, shit, we smoke weed. Fuck y'all, we rebelling. And that's what the fuck it was. And we just stayed in our little ilk. And so the people who we accepted in hip hop, we looked at them like they're like us, like you rebelling too. Remember, yeah, we're against this. Even one of the rappers was a Public Enemy at that time. He said Elvis was a hero to most, but he never meant shit to me. Yo, he was straight up racist. That sucker was simple and plain. Motherfuck him and John Wayne. Yeah, I'm black and they was going crazy in the rhymes. So I'm listening to this shit and I'm a kid. I'm thinking like, my father make me watch John Wayne movies all the motherfucking time. So they on the record, on the radio, in the Spike Lee movie, music videos saying fuck these people. So you start understanding the revolt against white supremacy. But it's not just me. I mean, I don't know none of these motherfuckers. They grown ass men. I'm a little kid watching this shit like, oh, so you can say what the fuck you want to say as long as you say it the way you say it. Supposedly, you know, they was using hip hop to say it, but obviously that changed. So you don't get that in rap no more. Now that's gone. And then using drugs is okay. What that wasn't okay when I was in. They didn't do that. You know, motherfuckers didn't get high like that. Like cocaine and crack. If a motherfucker touched that shit, man, they talked about him so bad. He was just looked down upon. I'm not kidding you. That's something y'all don't know. Looked down upon just because your ass was doing cocaine. Now they do all kind of damn drugs. I mean, everything you could think of. It's nothing wrong with it. It's not my time. They supposed to do what the fuck they want to do in their era, of course. But I didn't know that they do all this shit and everything that they do. I got a son. He do this shit too. You know what I'm saying? So you learning from the crew. You learning from the youngsters. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you get yourself? I'm not excited or enthralled by none of that shit. It never gave me. I never gave a fuck about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I will say that I do not agree with what was going on with those guys. You know, oh right, so it's saved already. Okay, yeah. So, but that's how I look at that shit, man. Like, you know, I'm one of them people that's gonna be 100%, and I like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of all these niggas. I've been fucking with rap my whole life. I actually really love rap. I never thought my billion years that I was gonna fucking be a rapper and make music. That I owe those young brothers everything for showing me that. I was kind of uncomfortable that younger guy who I was around the longest had started switching up on me. But you know, when you my age or when you're older, you understand it a lot more. You know, when you young, all this shit be far fetched to you too. You be like, man, what the fuck going on? Why motherfuckers? Because you just young, you don't know shit. When you get older, you be like, oh. See, people act a certain way because they can't see you outside of how they see you. So, for instance, if you already see me one way and then I pop up on this motherfucker another way, that might turn you off. Not because I'm ugly or bad, it's because you're not used to seeing me like that. You're used to seeing me in the other way. And so if I pop up the new way, which is the way I'm currently, and then the new way I'm being, you're gonna be like, I can't fuck with him. I can't fuck with her. Every time, as soon as she got that new job and she came around here, she just been like this, and you just won't be able to handle it. And that's really what a lot of that shit is. You know what I'm saying? The newness. Like I was saying when I first started this podcast, they had came at P. Diddy saying he was a freakazoid and doing all this sexual shit, but technically, y'all also said that LGBT was in. Y'all said that. Like P. Diddy never said that. Y'all said LGBT was a fucking thing. Matter of fact, in my state or my city, they got a fucking parade. So it's on TV. Like all day. When you get home at night, it's running the reruns. Yeah. Guess what happened at the parade? So in the parade, it's supposed to be everybody who's alternative. Like, I'm not normal. I don't dress normal. I'm like this, but I don't. It's like this, basically. I wear my sex on my sleeve. I'm not just a person that has sex and then it's quiet. It's like the sex I have is supposed to garner me things. It's supposed to get me in rooms. It's supposed to get me contracts. It's supposed to give me respect. It's supposed to give me rights. And us as black people, we know that they're only doing those kind of things because they don't want to give niggas rights. So they'll invent some shit. I said to my wife jokingly, they'll, after the LGBT thing wanes down completely, they're going to jump ship and then they're going to start giving rights to dogs. And you're going to start seeing dogs get on the goddamn bus and a bus driver going to have to stop for his ass. He going to get on and he going to know where the fuck to get off on his stop at, or the bus driver going to have to tell him, you here. You open the door for him. Yeah, because anything to not give black people rights, they'll do it to anything. So that's why the invention of the LGBT is, because now that's a big ass thing, because you're talking about every culture in the world. Everybody a human. Everybody came on this earth the same way, through a vagina. So what you like in your bedroom or in your private life is your business. But they saying, America saying, that you could wear that shit out of open. You can wear it at your job. You can wear it. You can sign this shit up. You can get insurance off that shit now. It's a different time. It's a different time. I ain't hating on it. I'm not mad at the motherfucking country for changing to what it is and giving those people respect or a voice or a name. I'm not mad at nothing. I'm just saying that sometimes when you peep the game, you peep the game. And it's like you don't even want to peep the game. You're like, damn, I wish I couldn't see this. But it is what it is. You could tell when the people trying to snake you or play you. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be that far-fetched for you. And that's all they was doing to black folks, is playing them. That's all the fuck they doing. Got Fat Joe finna had to spend all that damn money, legal money. He got to spend money for legal fees. That's really what it is. It's legal fees. And if he lose at all, it's over. If he loses at all, like if they find anything to showcase that what the people were said about him is right, he got to pay. That's what the civil suit is all about. It's just finding a little bit of doubt, a little bit of fault, a little bit, just to showcase that something had to happen. That's all it takes. But now they popping out talking about he was with little kids and shit. It's like, can you imagine somebody saying something so egregious about you like that? And you got to take it. Like, you can't even, nothing you can do. You can't punch him. You can't chase him. You got to just take it. You got to actually defend yourself. It's not even about that person who said it no more. It's about the people who trying to defend that person against you. And you like, this is the worst time I've ever been in. But it's real life. So I wish the guys the best, but I just don't understand why they're so stupid. All the money you got. But see, not being married and all that shit. See, sometimes they talk so much shit about being married and having a wife and all that shit. But really, those people they're not necessarily hindrances. They're really protectors. They really are protectors in a lot of ways, because And then I know it's like a weird anomaly because some people choose the wrong females, and I could even have chose the wrong female after 27 years. Then it'd be all crumble. But if you focus on that reality part of it, then you'll end up like Diddy and them. You'll always be looking for perfection. You'll always be thinking that the other person who you like is supposed to be some kind of perfect being or perfect human or have some perfection about them that's gonna better you. No, it's not like that. The person that you're gonna kick it with is a whole nother human. They're gonna have all their flaws and all their shit. But what make it work is that no matter what the fuck they are, you accept them. And no matter what the fuck you are, they accept you. So if I met my wife back in the 90s, and she was a kleptomaniac, and late 90s, and she was a person that was into stealing. And then I found out about this, like, what the fuck? You been stealing? And she said, yeah, I'm just, and then I just say, all right, don't even trip on that shit. We just work on it. But look, let this be the last time we do it, and we're going to find something else to do for fun. And we just start living like that. And then it stopped. And then time go by, and you be like, damn, you know what? You ain't did no klepto shit in like 10 years. And it be like that, but you're not judging the person. You're not walking on the phone like, God, this bitch did it again. She stole some more shit. You working on it. Or if I'm a fucking that gamble, or if I'm a person that's a porn freak, or if I'm a person that's a fucking, I don't know, drinker, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just throwing a rock at me and saying, that's all you do is get drunk. You pissing on yourself. You keep falling down. That's all you do. I wake up and you looking at porn. It's like, hey, maybe I should get some outfits. And then you look at me better. Or over time, we start figuring out, well, maybe we look at the porn together and then we stop at a certain time. Or maybe I drink with you, but just on this occasion. And just drink when we go to dinner. We work on it. And then it take time. That's what the fuck you just lined up for. You just signed up to be married to somebody, so you signed up for time. And so it shouldn't be this quick turnaround. It's not basketball. You don't have to hit the fucking shot every time. You could just fucking take a little group route and then in the fucking time it'll come together. But the person, those guys, it's so many girls out here that's throwing pussy at you. And so it becomes your lifestyle. It's like normal, like eating food. Like, you know how one day in a week you might be like, I'm getting tacos. And then next week you get tacos again. And then next week you get tacos again. Then you turn around, you eat tacos every fucking week as one day of the week for the rest of your life. I have done that with jerk chicken. Like, that's it. It's just I eat jerk at some day. One of these days, Monday through Sunday, I'm going to get that shit. What day, I don't know. So it's the same thing. You become locked in. You're a musician. You get on stage, motherfuckers cheering for you. Bitches in the back. You're like, okay, cool, her. And you just get normalized with this. You know what I'm saying? So then you start taking people for granted that's literally in your circle, like your wife, your kids, your mama, your auntie, your cousins. You looking at them like a piece of meat, like the people who are in the world, because they kissing your ass out in the world. So you're expecting a little bit of that when you come back from your people around you. You can't be Tyrone, who they raised from the South Side or where the fuck you're from. You got to be this new nigga, the star, the tank. You tank now, whoever that is, and that's the persona that you created, and you want everybody to live with you as such a person. Well, that's cool if they'll do it. You know what I'm saying? But maybe they won't. Maybe they will. You know what I'm saying? So, but by getting away from that shit for a bit, you've been doing this shit since you was in your 20s. Now you 50 something. You've never done nothing else but this. You've been a hip hop motherfucking star. You ain't even been low. Like a motherfucker like Fat Joe, he barely even fell off. A motherfucker like P. Diddy, he barely even fell off. Like these motherfuckers have had a choo-choo train going since they started. The same thing like P. Diddy. I mean, I'm sorry, like Jay-Z. Like he hasn't had too many dips. It might have been bad news out there, but he ain't had too many dips. It's like if he drops some music, the shit's it's gonna be a hit. If he fuck around do an interview, people gonna listen. It's not like nobody's paying attention. Like Jay-Z just said he's gonna be hosting a new Super Bowl next year. That's already news, and the shit just happened 3-4 months ago. So it's like, oh my God, what Jay-Z do this for? He could have got somebody else. So it's already a lot of stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? So, but sitting in that prison, I know Diddy. He wondering what the fuck they're gonna do about letting him out because he is only a few more days, and they're gonna be giving him a verdict. And a lot of people believe it's gonna be a not guilty, or a no, not. You know, I hope they don't do a mistrial because then they're gonna do all this shit again. So I hope it's just a not guilty, but I believe he's gonna be guilty because it's almost like the clutches. It's like two birds in the hand. A bird in the hand is better than one in the bush. I think it said a bird in the hand It's better than two in the bush. Meaning that if you already got the thing, you don't have to go and try to find another one. He right here. So you see, Diddy might beat his case. So now they got Fat Joe thrown in the goddamn mix. Did he do what they claiming? Probably not. But yeah, are they claiming some egregious shit? Hell yeah. So it's like, damn, why the fuck would they even say this about you? Now we talking about the juror. He's sitting in a box and he's saying, but why would they say this about this person? Like, I know this guy's name. I've seen this person. Why the fuck would they say this about him? Making them come to the conclusion of it gotta have some kind of truth to it. Because nobody's gonna say these things unless it's some kind of truth to it. Why would they want to say this about you? It makes no sense. So we don't know. We don't know if these guys are gonna bite the bullet on this shit. But the fucking clock is ticking, and we're gonna find out, and probably sooner than we believe. We're gonna know what's up with Diddy. Did he really go down for this, or is he gonna beat this shit? And that is the question. That is the motherfucking question. I don't know though. I don't know. I would hope he could beat it. You know what I'm saying? But you talk about a lot of people came in there complaining about his antics, and see, his antics ain't what they were claiming in the what they call that shit, like trial or whatever. It ain't what they were saying, but it's still fucked up. It's fucked up too because nobody gets to hear other people's shit. So, in a lot of ways, and this is how the media worked out. This is how the government did this one this time. We don't know everybody else's sexual desires, even the LGBT community, because it's just a claim. You just identifying. We're not seeing you. With P Diddy, we're able to hear it, hear testimony about it, people talking about it back and forth. They getting questioned. You know what I'm saying? So are they all telling the truth? And a lot of them people had the same kind of, the two girls. They all had the same kind of reality. Was she hearing that time when no girl was testifying? No, because she could have. You know what I'm saying? But then she came to court and said, okay, well, let me line this up too. But the fact that they both knew a physical person who could come and also testify that some of this shit was true, it's like really dumb. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn. I don't think they was living like Kim Porter. He could have married her and stayed locked in with her. I'm not, obviously God took her, rest in peace. But now that would have kept you out the streets. This is what I'm saying. You 54, 53. Some of the street shit got to lean back a little bit. Damn, see that? No pun. It do. But why? Because this is fast paced. It's moving quick. It's not doing the same thing that it was when you first started. See, when I was grinding on the streets, it was just me. And then after about 2 years, the other guy who I said was with me for 10 years, he came down there. And then other guys came, not just to grind with us, but they also came to grind with us. But other guys came too, and what they grinds was. You even had the 3-card Monte guy, who threw the little tops. A bunch of people that hustled came to the street to hustle. And now what does that mean for me? Who started doing it first? Who opened up the block? This downtown Chicago. What does that mean? I can't see everything. I could see the shit when I was me. I could see the shit when it was just me and him, or I could see the shit when maybe more 5 other dudes can. I can't see them, new people coming, leaving, coming. I can't see all this shit. So eventually I had to fade up off the block. Why? It's too much happening. I can't see the shit. It's too much moving right there. I don't know what the fuck going on no more. Why? Because I can't see it. Why? It's not my thing. I'm only one person hustling. I'm maybe 2, maybe 5, but I can't fucking see 14, 28 people, 31 people, everybody grinding like this, doing shit, moving. It's a fast-paced moments. Motherfuckers was out there selling Nike shoes, like, the kicks. So it's pretty so many hustlers that ain't fucking real. It's just all kind of people. So you have to start being up on it and be like, you know what? Okay, cool. Fade up off the block. Give me a flip over here. Hey, where you at? Why you ain't over there? I can't be over there. Right. I'm old. I can't just look at every fucking. I had to stand back on the wall and just do this. I can't also be grinding. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too fast paced. But my olderness is allowing me to understand that. I'm not looking at this shit like, no, fuck that. I'm finna compete with them. I know motherfucking well that they motherfucking ass ain't gonna think that they can run past me or go faster than me. Now you ain't thinking right. Now you ain't thinking right. So if P. Diddy and them would have looked at the landscape and said, okay, cool, you know what? Being known might be, because you see what you like to do. You like to do something that's private, like really fucking low key, just you and your girl know or the other person, and it's really low key. But it's gonna be hard to do that and then pop out on TV the next day. And now everybody's seeing you. And you was just this quiet person or low key person in a hotel or a mansion or whatever the fuck y'all was doing behind the scenes. Nobody saw that. But you out this bitch on a fucking yacht the next day and they got cameras and shit in this fucking the show or the awards or some shit or dressing thing they do, the fashion shit. You can't do that. You got to be either put that shit to the sideline until you ain't in the fucking limelight no more. Then you pull that shit out. And then when you in the limelight, you got to be up and up. You got to be on the up and up. And this is what got him burnt. Because his up and up to us looked like, oh, damn, okay, that's old boy again. But the people in his personal life, they had some really heavy duty shit on you. Heavy duty shit. And I'm going to keep it 100. I personally believe that both of those females, Cassie and the gay, well, 50 Cent's baby mother, I don't know her name. I believe that they kept back the fact that he was doing sex with those men. I believe that they just didn't say that because of his stature and his level of who he is. I just believe that they said, we're not going to do that. Because that's personal. That's literally a personal thing. Some people that'll hate you to the extent that they would tell somebody that shit about you, even if it was true or not true, that's heinous. That's next level. Because look, Kanye West came out and said he did some negative stuff to his cousin. And you just lose respect. He even said we was kids. But it's like, no. You have to, no, because what does that mean? You will do it again. What does that mean? I can't trust you. What does that mean? That's scary, man. Whatever happened to the person? But then some people put on personas. They may be lying. Like, he probably was just saying that. Like, was he saying that? But who the hell would say some shit like that? So that's why I say I don't believe all these guys. Just because they're giving them money, just because they can make beats or make songs and they sound good and melodic and we could dance and they even become an iconic song or they become an iconic person. People are people. People are flawed. People are stuff that we don't even need to know about people. It's stuff you don't need to know about me. And it's things that I don't need to know about you. The fact that we can still communicate and hang out with each other, that's good enough. I don't actually need to know all the intricate things about you that's probably troubling you. And you don't need to know all that stuff about me. If I start going down the line and then this happened and then I fell and then I get back up and then well, you be like, what the hell am I listening to this dude for? Look, I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? So the scenarios that they going in, the reason why I believe it's good conversation is because a lot of times, even being on a podcast like this, ultimately we want to be known. We want to be seen. We want to be celebrities. We want to be somebody who people admire. So when you see somebody fall from grace like that, who has been admired for 30 years, it's like, damn, is being known that important? Because that's a lot to fucking take home. Now, come on, you 55, you could fucking have a heart attack at this point. You can have a stroke. Like, it's a lot of stress. Like, it's a lot to deal with. Like, could you imagine a sound in a jail? Imagine the sound in a jail. The sound. I ain't talking about the people. I don't care how it look, what color of the walls, none of that. Just the sound. Just the sound. Right this second. Right as you're listening to this. What is it? Like 2 in the morning, 1 in the morning, midnight? What's the sound like in a jail right now? It's been lights out probably, what, 6, 7 hours, 5 hours, 4 hours, whatever time they cut it out. What the sound is in there. I bet you $100 it's loud than a motherfucker. I bet you $100 you hearing shit that you wish you wasn't fucking hearing. I bet you by the time they get real quiet, it probably be 5:15 in the morning, and then they be like, lights on, and it start back up. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But what I'm saying is, this is what Diddy is listening to. Now, imagine the sound in a fucking mansion that you bought yourself. You knew this was yours. They gave you the key. You paid your bill. You don't have to pay it. It comes automatically out your check, but it's not like dent to your pocket. It's like, bam, my crib. What does it sound like in there? I don't care where you got the chairs. I don't care where you put the TV. What's the sound in your mansion? How it sound? I bet you I could tell you how it sound. Probably some drips. Some beautiful sounding drips because you bought this dope ass thing that looked like the water bouncing up in Vegas, but you bought it at some little fucking place when you was on a trip in the Bahamas. And you was like, this shit dope. I'm putting this shit on my mantle. And we could always hear the water when you slapping through that bitch. But you 3 rooms over. But when the sound you hear is that. Or you might hear your dog scurrying through the fucking room trying to find where you at. Or you might even be hearing your kids snoring because it's midnight. They sleeping. This is what I'm trying to say is the shock. It's the opposite. Now you shocked, you are shell shocked into a whole new world. You shell shocked. It's no more what it was. It's no more what you was thinking. You trying to tell me you don't want out of there? You would give all that motherfucking money up. Somebody said it was almost 50. They said it was almost. I forgot how much he was charged like $500,000 a day for the lawyers. For the lawyers, a day. Now I don't know if that's accurate. That could be or not true. It could be, one-time fee. It could be y'all owe me already. We don't know. White people gonna calculate it. But my point about it is that that's what he got to pay up. He had to pay that up to the world. I can't be out here eating food, seeing my kids, hanging out with my daughters, going to the show, watching them graduate. It's over. All because I dated these two chicks and they got mad and now they don't like me and I ain't shit. Now they in court. And it's like, damn. Ain't much to say about Diddy no more. He really got hit. He really got hit hard. And Fat Joe, his dilemma just starting. He ain't even got to the nitty gritty. He ain't even got to it. I thank y'all for watching and listening and liking and subscribing. I love y'all because it was hard for me to get on here and talk like this because I started off doing this filmmaking shit. I got this hat done in New York Times Square. They had a lids down there. I think it was next door to a restaurant we went to. Mad years ago, probably 10 years ago. I think it was like 2014. I'm not a mistake. I'm not remembering the year really. Could be 17. And we was down there. My son was trying to go to a store called Supreme, but at that time it wasn't really known. He was some fashion freak. But when we went back to that same store years later, it was a fucking line around the wall. We had to stand a goddamn line around a goddamn building or the block, and it was like, what the fuck is this? I see what it is today, but at that time I was like, we just walked up in that motherfucker. But anyway, so they had got their hat done, and I really liked it. So I don't wear it all the time because they can't recreate it. Because sometimes I've been to different spots to get it recreated. They can't do it. So I got different designs. I design shit too. So I got different designs for my other Hood Films hats and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But all that merch will be available for y'all too eventually. You know what I'm saying? I'll get y'all to buy it from me. But right now, I'll just be promoting my toolkits. That's going to be in the comment section. And I promote those things, teaching you filmmaking stuff and YouTube monetization and all that kind of good stuff because we want to get rich. We're going to have a crew of richness around us because I understand that abundance keep all of us happy and to keep all of us with a flourishing mindset. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily that we're going to be trying to hurt people with our money or disrespect people with the money. Not saying do that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, the building up of it, the growth idea, you know what I'm saying? And that's key because as we grow together, I'm not distant. I'm not far. Like I'm close. Like I'm like right up on my people. I connect with you. I don't mean no disrespect by the stuff I say. I talk shit. I'm like extemporaneous. So I'm not thinking about what to say to you. I'm just being myself. I'm just Yusef. I'm not trying to be something else to fit in with a bunch of folks or whoever else. I just be authentically me. And so that's where you'll get when you come to my channel. Not necessarily me trying to fit in with a group. I've always been like this. That's why I have a very small amount of people who I am friends with, even from my childhood, because ultimately you cannot like me. And just like when you get to our age that I'm at, you understand that that's not a bad thing. When you're young and somebody don't like you, you're like, what the fuck I do? You can't sleep. You can't wonder. It's like, that's actually a good thing because then we don't have to waste time being around each other, being phony. We could just know off the jump, no, I'm over here, you over there. These are wins in life, and when you can understand that, your life become more smoother because you concern yourself with the things you can control. I'm gonna say that again. You concern yourself with the things you can control because you can't control other people's feelings. So why would you concern yourself with that? So if a friendship stopped being tight, it's just because that's how life was going to be anyway. It's not because I did something wrong or I hurt you or you hurt me. It's like peace. see you in the wind or online, and it's always love. And that's how it's always supposed to be. But that's just one element of rocking over here. You know what I'm saying? I do like to talk about the stuff that's going on in the world too. It's not just about filmmaking because as a filmmaker and as film artists or as people who use cameras to tell stories, you're not just telling a story of your life, which is dope. If you could turn the camera internally and just talk about yourself, people gonna watch that shit. But that ain't every filmmaker. Most filmmakers, the camera is going that way. It's filming the direction you see in the back of the damn camera. And that's your life. Your life is through the viewfinder, watching that direction. So you're filming outwardly. So you need stories. You need things to talk about. You need things that's going to bring people interest to your page or to your channel and to your world. For instance, the first three letters, the first letters of my company is hood. And it has a lot of connotations of hood. The word hood has a lot of connotations. I even remember being a kid, like 12, 11 years old. This had to be like fucking 80, I don't know what, 3, 2, 1, whatever. And I was 84. I was a kid, and it was a rap group called UTFO. They had a song called Roxanne, Roxanne, and one of those rhymes of that song, the rhyme guy said, he said, what's she looking at me? Girl, I'm not a hood. I said, wait a minute. Why the fuck? The rhyme kept going. You can listen to the song. It's on there. And I was like, damn, UTFO, Roxanne, Roxanne. He said, I'm not a hood. And that's my last name. So I'm thinking like, wow, he put my name in it. But the connotation of hood was saying he was not a hoodlum. He didn't say lum. He was just saying, I'm not a hoodlum. I'm not a hoodlum. And I remember that. It was a dope little rhyme. I just remember that. 11 years old. I was like, damn, he used my last name in a rhyme. Obviously, the connotation that we understand hood for today wasn't that. The hood didn't stand for your neighborhood. It didn't. It just was a hood, a nigga, or not necessarily a nigga, but a hood, a hoodlum. And it mostly stood for white people with those little, like, I guess they call them dob hats or whatever the fuck. And they was like, oh, here's our hood. You can see those black and white camera films of that shit to this day. Of them claiming that that was what they were in the 40s, I guess, 50s, whatever time frame that was. So, but then now, as I became like maybe 15, 16, and 19, you start knowing hood to be the hood because rap had became so big, and obviously we not from the ghetto so much because the ghetto was always a word in hip hop, but the hood is where we from. It changed from being the ghetto. It changed from being a ghetto to the hood, and it's still the hood to this day. I think the kids team and switched it further because I'm older now to like the bando and it was other words and shit like I don't know whatever else they say. But my point about it is that with it being my last name, I understand the connotations of it. So in my early 20s, when I said I'm gonna name my company Hood Films, a lot of people were saying, "Well, shit, that's gonna mean you make an only movie from the hood. You only make movies from the hood," and I have to accept that. I gotta accept that if you hear the word Hood Films, then you'll believe that I only make movies from the hood. Why? I don't give a fuck. It's in your brain. Why would I try to control what you think? This is my last name since I was born on this fucking earth. I can't never change it because my kids even got the last name. I'm stuck with it. And if I add films on it, then that becomes a company. And the reason why I named it Hood Films is because one of my personal idols is a filmmaker named George Lucas. And I remember his company was called Lucas Film. And I always remembered that. I said, damn, Lucas Film. His name, George Lucas, is called Lucas Film. Well, why would I not, if this is who I like, why would I not call my company Hood Films? Like, duh, that don't make no sense. And then ultimately, in my life, I got to meet him one-on-one. Oh my God, this was a fucking phenomenon. So my point I'm saying is that this is who I am, and this is what I decided to do to create, and I love doing that shit. So, and I always been a fan of P. Diddy and motherfucking Fat Joe. You wouldn't understand that because you're not as old as me. Those guys are both older than me. Both them niggas is. But I've been fucking with them on the music side forever because I'm literally a hip hop head nigga for real. Like I'm in my 50s and I'm still into this shit. And I ain't gonna never stop because it never stopped. So when I was a kid, they used to always be like, that shit gonna stop. That shit ain't gonna be here. That shit ain't gonna last. You don't hear people saying that shit today. That shit's here to stay. It's never gonna fucking stop. Now it's little kids that flip hip hop into all kind of different things. It's trap music now. It was another music that came out recently. I don't know if it's trap. It's another one. Drill. I think that's what they call it. Yeah. So it's the kids is bringing up different styles of music, and it's never gonna stop. It's never gonna. It's gonna be some more people gonna come out with some stuff, and probably this summer. It always has done this. And when I was a kid, it's always switched. It never stopped. That's what hip hop was. So you never was going to get locked in. So for instance, today the culture of the youngsters, it might be, oh, we get high, we smoke, we drink. I just told you back when we was kids, they didn't do that. It wasn't none of that shit in that. If you was a person that got drunk like that, you couldn't be. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you the funniest thing about it. By the time I became 22, this shit was so odd. This how dope hip hop is. It was so odd to be a person who talked about drinking liquor in music that a group came out called the Alcoholics. It was literally a group in rap called the Alcoholics. What made them unique is because they was gonna be the first rap group to talk about nothing but liquor and getting drunk. You think we didn't listen to that shit? Boy, man, motherfucker. Let me tell you something. Liquor became normal as fuck in rap. I started drinking 40 ounces so fucking much that shit swept across the nation. And it wasn't just like they was the only ones talking about liquor. It was in rap. It was in it a little bit, but it wasn't like what it was when they started doing what the fuck they did. That shit took off. And they from California. And that shit took off. Now St. Ives in the game. Now all this liquor shit just started crushing the fucking industry. And they was always wanting to do this because remember, rap music was marketing. So they always wanted to do this, but everybody was black power. So it was like, ain't none of that drinking, ain't none of that liquor shit. Y'all ain't fucking the community up. They had motherfucking songs called Self-Destruction. We all in the same. It was just so much trying to be upon a positive level that was not really accepted, and then it became accepted. So what I'm saying is that everything changed. So right now the youngsters might be like, "Oh, we on Molly, we smoking whatever we drinking." That shit gonna switch out too. It's gonna switch out too. It's gonna be like, nah, they ain't doing that no more. Motherfucker might be like, we on Mars and shit, nigga. We finna go out of space. I don't know where the fuck this shit going, but it's always been moving, and that's a fucking fact. Even when I was dreaming to be in the filmmaking, like, oh, I would love to grow up and be a filmmaker. It's the motherfuckers like Master P who was literally making movies, and then the movie came to my hood, literally, and I finally got my hands on it, and it was called Bout It, Bout It. Oh my God. You can't imagine how big that movie got. You can't imagine a fucking fervency it put into me to wanting to become a filmmaker. Now, I ain't no fucking cameras. I ain't know nobody with no camera. That wasn't even real to have a camera. It was not even real. But when he put that About It movie out and it swept the motherfucking country, it swept my neighborhood so hard. I was just, man, I'm telling you, I was mesmerized by it because I saw the cinema in it. I just saw the cinema in it. Now I know it was a hood movie. It was the first one, the first hood movie ever made by anybody. Now before that, they had black exploitation movies, and that's what black movies was. And then Spike Lee and them came out, and dude named Carl Franklin and all of them. They was making positive black movies. And then Spike Lee, I'm sorry, we know Matty Rich. He came out with Straight Outta Brooklyn. All this stuff had great storytelling, and it had great endings and great, it was just great movies. But then when he came out with I'm About it really told the story that none of them people could tell. They couldn't even tell no story like that. None of those filmmakers could ever even do nothing like that. They were trying to make it into Hollywood, and most of them got there. But what Master P was doing was he was adding filmmaking to his repertoire. Like he did the music, he did the clothing, he did this. So that movies was just a part of that. So he put the same effort into creating that movie. And that movie was, I'm telling you, I know y'all was not even, probably even alive, but that shit was so fucking good. And it had such a great ass impact in the streets and in the filmmaking world. I used to have arguments with motherfuckers because people would look down on it and they would be like, man, that's garbage, man. That shit is terrible. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, that shit is no movie. But I understood that they had been watching white folks do movies at such a high level. Like, how you gonna look at white people movies where they got cars and shit and blowing up shit, and then you gonna look at Master P in a fucking movie? Like, what are you talking about? But in the fact that making a movie became a part of what being a rapper was, now it's not just that you got an album, you also got to have a movie. Now it's not, this is what he was doing. He invented a thing that's still around to this day. And it had took off really heavy at one point earlier on. It's kind of waned a little bit now because you got the internet now. You don't have to go make a movie so much. You can just be online doing whatever the fuck you want to do. It has the same impact. Your audience will find you because the internet is there. But at that time, it was no fucking internet. So I'm just giving that little sense of history to show that ultimately Master P left that shit alone. You don't see him dropping movies to this day. He could have easily been Tyler Perry. He could have easily been that, where he just became a film producer that made movies to this day, easily. because that was what he had introduced to the game. By tickling that part of the industry, that opened the lane for a person like Tyler Perry to come from making theater plays to having a whole movie studio, because that lane had been bust open now. Now people wanted to see our messages. Now he don't make Master P type movies. He didn't make nothing like Bout It. You know what I'm saying? Master P don't even make movies like that too much no more, because his level of blow up came. But you can see places like Tubi where artists are there and they at the Master P my level. We're still creating. We're not trying to necessarily get an Oscar behind it. We're just making sure we do the stories that come to us. It's like I'm a creator, so I don't necessarily need an award show for this. I can make my own fucking award show. But right now, and anytime I feel like it, I want to create. I want to tell a story. I want to do something. I want to put a message out there. I even want to teach you filmmaking. I want to teach ideas on filmmaking. And if you're doing something for these corporations or companies or Paramount or whoever the fuck you're doing it for, you got to be on their schedule. You got to be on their time frame. You can't do what the fuck you want to do. So why go work there and then be all mad like, I can't wait to go do one day what I want to do. Just go do what the fuck you want to do. The internet is out here right now. It ain't stopping you from doing what the fuck you want to do. Mr. Beast a billionaire. We just found out Joe Budden make $1 million a year, a month. I'm sorry, $900,000 a month off fucking the internet doing his YouTube. I mean, I'm sorry, his podcasting. So it's avenues. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure that $1 million a month is way fucking more money than you will be getting working at some goddamn corporation. I wouldn't give a fuck what they call it. I don't even think the NBA niggas is getting money like that unless you shit, the nigga who just won that whole motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, you know how that works too, right? They get the money and then your check stops. See, that's how the NBA guys go broke. Because you was getting 88 million, you might have got that for 4 years, but you got to live the rest of your life. You ain't never seen another check for 88 million again, and that's really how you go broke. Because your mindset has you living at a high end level, and you technically can't fucking afford it. You technically afford that shit, but you did it, and now your motherfucking ass got to pay for what the fuck you did financially, shit. Whoo! What a fucking anomaly, man. Millionaires getting taken down like that. I know I would not want that for my worst enemy. I'm gonna tell you right now. Everybody talking about Fat Joe. I was listening to Choke No Joke. I don't know if y'all know who he is, but basically he a podcaster who used to be a filmmaker, but he still is a filmmaker. But he was a filmmaker for Jay-Z and them. So he's the one who filmed all of that old footage of Jay-Z and them that you would see online today. He was the videographer at that time. That's what they used to call filmmakers at that time. But he was in New York. So in New York, he was hooked up with Dame Dash. And him and Dame Dash would go out and film everything. Dame Dash would have him come out and film everything. But he didn't like it because he said Dame Dash would want to put his name on all the shit. But, you know, at that time, that's what people did because cameras and shit was rare. So everybody wanted to be a producer. So you can't just film something for somebody because they want to put their name down as a director producer too, even though they're not. You know, but they might have helped out on this particular project. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it is in the industry of this art we do. But today, you don't have that so much because the internet is here and everybody got their own individual podcast. So why would somebody come up and put their name on my podcast? Just make your own. You know, so it's like that today. But at that time, so he was the guy who did all the filmmaking for them back in the day.
For one, I interviewed the guy, T.A. the Legend, at least 3 different times over the last 3 years. I interviewed Cuban Link over...
Let me break that down. So T.A. the Legend is the person that's suing Fat Joe. Cuban Link is the person who was kicking it with Big Pun. He's one of Big Pun two homies, but he don't like Fat Joe no more because they fell out. Now, it's a lot of intricacy reasons why they fell out, so I ain't gonna try to sit up here and explain how the fuck I know what happened. But it's, you know, long-term relationships and then money or whatever is the reasons that they ain't fucking with each other. But this is the guy who runs with Fat Joe. I mean, he used to run with Big Pun. He rest in peace, but he don't like Fat Joe. But Choke No Joke is explaining how the guy is not lying or could be lying about what he claiming that Fat Joe did. They're on a Beehive radio show, and he's talking to Turk, which is a rapper that used to be with Cash Money.
At least over 2 times, maybe 3 times over the last few years, right? TA, the legend, is from Terror Squad. He's been down for 20 years. Cuban Links is from Terror Squad. Them niggas, and TA gets down with Terror Squad after Cuban Link, right? They have similar stories. They have similar situations, right? Fat Joe has never wrote a full album by himself. His first song, Flojo, was written by King.
We talk about these rape and these minor
bro, let me
allegations,
finish,
though.
right? Flojo was written by King's son. So there's no doubt in my mind that TA the legend probably helped him write his shit. It is a fact that Big Pun wrote shit for Fat Joe.
That's cool.
Oh, bro,
The minor situation is what I'm
bro,
pissed
let
off
me
about.
finish.
Did you know that you can form an Illinois?
So they going at it because they have been kind of tug of war about who is it a right about. You know how TMZ might say something, and then people on the internet might say something, but then Choke No Joke is like, I actually interviewed him. So the other guy, Turk, is saying, yeah, you interviewed him, but this is what the internet said. He said, that ain't true. I interviewed him, but he said, that's because you interviewed him, that don't mean he's telling the truth. So he is telling the truth because I interviewed these 2 people here. So it's kind of that tug of war of who is actually accurately telling the truth in a scenario, and that's going to be up to the person. And that's why he's saying they claiming him was messing with little kids. Like, I don't want to hear what you're saying. What, you know, because that's what they said. Fat Joe was messing with little kids.
Right? TA told the story online years ago about how Fat Joe was allegedly messing with this girl, Chiquita, who was an underage girl, before there was a lawsuit, before there was a demand letter, right?
Whoa.
Now, I told him on my channel interviewing him, yo, bro, shut up. Because if you saying that, that means you witnessed it and you could get in trouble.
Whoa.
So I don't give a fuck.
Whoa.
I don't give a fuck, Joe. He did it. This nigga's a piece of
Wow.
shit. Wow.
Wow.
If I go to jail for knowing that he was
Wow.
fucking with the young girl, I'll go to jail too. But it is a fact.
Wow.
According to him, right? So it ain't like he just saying, oh, this nigga was fucking with young girls. There is evidence, according to the civil lawsuit, that he would mess with this girl.
Wow.
They have audio of the girl herself saying that when her cousin bear witness, because her cousin was around when Joe allegedly was messing with the girl, right?
Wow.
Now, I'm only talking from me interviewing this dude over 3 times, me interviewing Cuban Links over 3 times, me going through Fat Joe's defamation lawsuit, me going through Terrence Dixon's lawsuit, and going through the whole thing, reading it. I'm not.
See, that's what I would tell you about Choke. Some people hate him. Some people talk shit about him because now he got the celebrity status. But he be on his shit. That's one thing. He took his time. He galvanized his way up. People saw him sleazy and they got some kind of shitty ass things to say about him. I see some other podcasts. I don't know him personally. I just fuck with him because he used to be a filmmaker and he got literal proof that he was there filming all that shit with Jay-Z and them early on. And his quick story is that he was filming a situation that Dame Dash told him to go to, and when he got there, Jay-Z sent some guys to jump him. It was like a concert, and Jay-Z didn't want him filming. He was basically hired by Dame, and when he got there, Jay-Z, people said they wanted to tape. He said no, they jumped him. So he sued them. Jay-Z, Ping Team, or the record company paid him $300,000, and that's his claim. So he don't really fuck with them no more after that, obviously. But that was what he had claimed. So now he don't rock with that. The internet is here today, so it's a whole other world because the internet is here. At that time, it probably was not no internet. I don't think it was. He was in the 90s.
Speculating. You read none of it. You didn't see none of this dude's interviews, and you judging his character.
It could have been in the 2000s, so I don't remember exactly because I wasn't there.
Based on the fact that,
Cause why, if a nigga seen that 20 years, 10 years, why the fuck he didn't say nothing then?
Because he was loyal to the
Man, get
crew.
the fuck out of here, nigga. If you against a motherfucker fucking with a minor, nigga, you gonna check him, nigga. You gonna say something about it. Ain't no motherfucking loyalty in that. If I see one of my partners fucking with somebody young, nigga, man, what the fuck you doing?
So you telling me?
And that's a fact. See, Choke is losing me right now because there's principalities in that. You can't have a loose principle. That's a loose principle. So the principle is that, hey, I don't like that, but since it's Big Rayon, he cool. Rayon, this my guy. I ain't gonna say nothing to him, man, because you know we down, we all the crew. I wouldn't do nothing to say that, but that's wrong because you destroying somebody. That's a kid, and you watching it happen. So, hey, it never happened to me, so I can't really even say nothing about that. But Choke got it in response. Let's see what he say.
Loyalty or no
Hold
loyalty, nigga.
on. You telling me throughout your life you never seen niggas do anything illegal?
Man, you a police, Choke. You
Hold on. You telling me throughout your life none of your homeboys did no illegal shit and you tell me?
No.
Exactly.
He said no.
Exactly. Cause you wouldn't go and tell on your niggas
Man,
when they your niggas, right?
I'm about to put a nigga and let a nigga know. I'ma stop a nigga because I don't want to see my nigga get fucked off. He ain't gonna fuck with that.
Like
Nigga, if I know this little girl's underage and he don't know, cause sometimes them little girls are lying.
So what
Come
about
on,
the
man.
allegation
Like-
that TA was
come on, man.
messing
Behind
with
said
the mother
nothing.
and Joe was messing with the daughter, allegedly?
Come on, man.
What about that?
One thing with me, bro, these niggas be waiting 20 years later on Mad Day and try to blame it on they were loyal. They need to have a charge for you loyal motherfuckers who just brought allegations on them.
And that's a fact, man, because like I said, Choke is losing me on that because, and I'm not saying that those guys don't feel like they have a legitimate reason for keeping that sense of, I guess you can call it loyalty. But at the end of the day, it's not right. It's not right because ultimately it's not about the dude. It's about the kid. It's not about the loyalty to the homie. It's not, to me, it's not about the guy. It's about the kid because what's happening is it's not about the guy losing or messing up. It's about the kid about to actually be messed up mentally or something going wrong. And that's what is not right. So that's what should, the humanity in you should kick in and be like, hey, beyond that, we should be on something else. Let's get on something else because that's not legit for us. But, you know, it ain't my thing. I've never had those experiences, but this is something going on online.
So
And I bet you them niggas are shit the fuck up and stop lying on
So
nigga
you
dick.
telling me several people could leave Cash Money because they
Man,
felt like they was
why are
doing
you
wrong?
bringing up Cash? Man, we on tour right now. Cash Money is on tour getting plenty of motherfucking money.
The point,
Nigga, whatever you trying to do, it ain't gonna happen. We on tour right now getting plenty of money. That's what Cash Money doing.
All right, if blank records or blank artists left a situation or a label because they wasn't done right and they was too young back then to understand it, and then as you get older you learn more of the game, right? And then now you want to go and sue and stuff for the stuff that you wasn't compensated for. That don't make you no bitch ass
I'm not
nigga.
about to go lie on no nigga, Choke. And even
But how you know he's lying?
If a nigga, alright, since you wanna bring up us, nigga,
It's really-
nigga, all of us was young when we did what we did. We got past that shit because we got love for each other. And niggas was ignorant to a lot of shit. Nigga, we on tour getting money right now.
Did anybody ever sue?
When a nigga
Did
got
anybody
man,
ever
hold on,
sue?
you talking about I can't talk for nobody. I'm talking about me. I'm
Okay.
talking about me. We on motherfucking tour right now, nigga. After lawsuits, after the fights, after the fuss, after all that,
yeah,
and
so
we
there
ain't
was
never
lawsuits.
did. We ain't
So there
never
was
did
lawsuits.
nothing they gonna send a nigga to jail or get a nigga killed, nigga. If it was loyalty, nigga. Fuck is you talking about?
I gotta agree with him on that. So the loyalty, and then that's again, he's saying exactly what I was saying. We're not gonna put each other in a city. We might not agree. We might not even talk. We might have something that make us stop being cool. But we're not gonna put each other in a scenario that's gonna get us locked up or gonna get us taken out to life. That's again being an adult. Like again, these people was around people. This person that's coming at that Fat Joe was obviously a person who was disgruntled. This person didn't like him. This person started having bad experiences. He should have stopped that. Now, if he was messing with somebody under, you know, that's something that the guy probably experienced. And just like he's saying, I want to come back. Joke is saying, I want to come back now, and I want to be able to say something about what I experienced back then. And he got a legitimate point, but it's like what you experienced It's not the same of me and my friends getting into an argument because he took the camera and I thought he was gonna give it back, and then he didn't keep it in his garage, but I don't like it in the garage. Whatever that we argue about, he kept my car or he took my girl. It's not the same. It's not the same. The level of comparison is dumb. It's not even the same. It's like because brotherhood is gonna be different for something like that, and that's what he's saying. Turk is saying brotherhood is gonna kick me, even if you ain't somebody I know personally like that. Like we always kick it. It's like I'm gonna tell you up front, like, hey man, you need to check shorty age and be up on that right, because that don't look right. And then here, like he said, some people don't be knowing. He said, oh damn, you know what? Let me get on top of that. You know, now if he one of them people like, man, I don't care, then that's something that's different. But again, this is what the hip hop world is turning into today. It's not no longer where we thought it was just people making music, touring, girls loving them. It's really a lot of times people taking advantage of somebody, using their power and their money to hurt somebody who can't fight back, who actually around them thinking that there's going to be a success story coming to them. So they naivete is what they playing off of. And that's the reason why they breaking them down like that, putting them in court, bringing them up, bringing them a suit, trying to take money from them, because it's the nefarious activity that you're putting out. You projecting such a nefarious activity that these people are going to the extent of putting out all these egregious statements about you and making it a suit in a legal law where you got to show up. It's wrong. It's not. I can't you say it's wrong? I don't know if it's wrong. I just know that it's happening. And so again, is being a millionaire worth it if ultimately you just gonna be disrespecting people and hurting people, and trying to make people live up under you, up under some kind of control that you project upon them. You know, it's like a cult. Like if you have made it as a successful story, then you're a cult. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what these guys doing. Like, yeah, she got to come and do all this just to be around me. I pay her rent. She don't do that, she got to go. So now she's scared. She got stuff in the dryer. She like, damn, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to even dry this, because if I gotta go over here and shit, I guess I'll put on a low cycle. Let me go over here. He putting so much pressure on the person. It's not right. They can't even go around their people looking them in the face, because people be having their own mental stuff that's going on in their own mental stuff. And if you're doing it to yourself, or if you're having some kind of trouble, you are having some kind of trouble, then you can get help somewhere. You could talk, you could find God, you could read books, you could look at, positive stuff, work out. But if you're doing it to other people, that's where it get wrong. That's where it get wrong. And that's why I say they should have stayed out the industry for a bit. They should have both took a break at some point, big breaks. Not like, but there's no coming back. That go. If you stop, it's over. So they became a lifestyle, celebrity lifestyle. It's like, that's it. It's like a mansion life forever. How many people came out with them or was successful or became stars at the time they were stars, and they back to regular life, normal life? And probably we've been back to normal life 25 years, 30 years. They've been back to normal life. Like, yeah, I had a song out. I was on tour with Fat Joe back then. It was 1992. We was on tour. We went to the Palladium. And that nigga ain't seen Fat Joe again in life, ain't did no more concerts like that too many times. And they probably had a nice run. Probably felt like they was gonna be singing and rapping forever. Probably did 6-7 years. And then it all kind of changed, and music changed, and they back in the fucking home. They back doing regular life. Think about that. We're not really gauging the fact that somebody been a celebrity since the 90s. Barack Obama and them only been around since 2008. You talking about somebody big like Trump. Trump been around that long. But ain't Trump a billionaire? And here's the funny thing. He was a billionaire back then too. They just said P. Diddy a billionaire. They just mentioned that, like within the last 17 years, and within the last 5 to 10, 12 years. Not like since the 80s. You understand what I'm saying? So you really get a chance to see that these people have been making moves and making big power moves and dealing with people for years. And these could be people who don't like them, who got power in those places now, and be like, okay, cool. My sister, she over there working and at the lawyer, and then this guy, my cousin, the clerk. Let's put them niggas in court. They got the power to do it. Is that really happening? I doubt it. But I'm just saying, they've been around so long that it's been the new people have come through. A whole new regime has started to be a part of the game. And here they are as the old dinosaurs. Sitting over there, big ass dinosaurs lifting their horn out, making noise and shit when they pop up. And everybody like that. Who is that? They want to see the young dinosaurs. They want to see the young elephants. Like, yeah, that's the. They don't want to see them big ones and shit over there. Hairy, looking all. They've been stars forever. How many movies came out and they've been still celebrities? Finding a way to get interviews, finding a way to position themselves so that they can continue to have some kind of celebrity. Because remember, the internet is here now. These guys were celebrities before the fucking internet existed. They still, so that meant what? When the internet happened, they transitioned right into it. They didn't take a break. They sat there. Even when COVID kicked off, they moved right back to game. Think about that shit. COVID was a whole 2-3 years. Them niggas was able to smooth right back into the game. Right back. Fat Joe, P. Diddy. Nothing stopped them. It's not until their personal people who they know in their own life, who they've been hanging out with since they was whoever the fuck, whatever, however they know these people. Them the people who came after them. And now them niggas sitting back like, damn. So it's something, man. It's something. So that's all I got for y'all right now, man. I'm going to jump up off this baby. Like, subscribe, do all that good shit. I appreciate y'all listening, loving this. Man, y'all are my people, man. We've been rocking out for a little while. I'm going to pop back out here in the morning, something sweet like that. We're going to talk about some dope shit, okay? Peace. Love y'all.